body rock. Down in the shadows, Henry resilient in disguise. Power Rangers pride, flashing in his eyes, in his eyes, in his eyes. Ninja moves, sliding stealthy through the dark. Grape soda, fizz and juice flowing, leave a spark. Potato salad on the side, keep it sweet. Falcon punch to the whales, hear these songs retreat. Backhand and clown, eagles crash and collide. Juice a squad standing by. Ready for the ride, yo, we rise from the dark, bringing light to the fight. Let them cook, Henry's got the rhythm, let it ignite. Blueberry pancakes, we feast on the truth. Then SpongeBob floaties, we bring the raw proof. Yo, we rise from the dark, bringing light to the fight. Let them cook, Henry's got the rhythm, let it ignite. Blueberry pancakes, we feast on the truth. Then SpongeBob floaties, we bring the raw proof. Go ninja, go, go ninja, go. Two legends link up, no static, zero drama. Henry resilient and stay humble, calm like Dalai Lama. Ecto Cooler, high C, neon green in the cup. Sipping slow while the beat build up. What? Biggie flow in the pocket, Pac soul in the glare. True bombs dropping, villains catching thin air. No beef, just feast, pancakes stacked to the sky. Whales harmonizing, juice a squad riding high. We ghost ride the rhythm, floaties on, no sync. Street lights flicker, watch the whole block blink. From the shadows to the stage, we rewrite the script. Ninja stealth with a smile, every bar's a gift. Yo, we rise from the dark, bringing light to the fight. Let them cook, Henry's got the rhythm, let it ignite. Blueberry pancakes, we feast on the truth. And SpongeBob floaties, we bring the raw proof. Yo, we rise from the dark, bringing light to the fight. Let them cook, Henry's got the rhythm, let it ignite. Blueberry pancakes, we feast on the truth. And SpongeBob floaties, we bring the raw proof. This ain't a game, electric vibe in motion now. Truth seeking ninja, feel the power. Take a bow, Henry in the spotlight, can't dim the flame. In the night we make this vow, remember the name. Yo, we rise from the dark, bringing
There's all these other little sex trafficking.
Henry's got the rhythm, let it ignite. Blueberry pancakes, we feast on the truth. And SpongeBob floaties, we bring the raw proof. Go ninja, go, go ninja, go, go.
I'm all with a whole team. Now a nigga can't answer calls cause I'm hauling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas sloppy. All this designer on my body got me drippin'. Straight up out the objects, I'm a big trip. If I got a bottle lean, I'm a sip. I run the racks up with my queen, London and dip. But I got rich on all these niggas, I didn't forget that. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I'm on this side of the baby, and I want to sit back. These bitches know me now, cause I got them big racks. Cause I'm getting money now, I know you heard that. Young nigga on the corner, bitch, I had to serve crack. I'm funding me some peas, and they getting bird back. We came up on dirty money, I gave it a bird back. Got off the rain, and I gave my bitch a new. Either you running y'all gang, or you suit. Got a new Orleans bitch, and man, that pussy voodoo. Ain't on a nigga now, I'm with the new 40s on the G. I trap into the bloody bottles, is on the knee. Cause all my niggas got it out on the street. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember getting a ball with a whole team. Now a nigga can't answer calls cause I'm hauling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas sloppy. I've been waking up to get the money, whoa, whoa. Got a bad bitch ass, daddy, whoa, whoa. Bitch to my toes, twins, I'm fucking boat. I put it in new AP, started like a boat. I was got bad on my dick, what was you niggas like? I know you turned your back on me just to get some wrecks. I see you swerve back, cause I'm in the black bag. New diamonds on me, fuck a flash, this ain't Snapchat. Cause I been getting paid. Yellow diamonds on me, look like lemonade. Got my baby mama, that new vintage. Tryna get a dojo like a sensei. Rolls Royce umbrellas when I'm in the rain. I got brothers that did the time, I ain't kidding. All these rappers just talk about it, I live. Going up, I ain't got no sky limit. I trap into bloody bottles is on the knee. Cause all my niggas got it out the street. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember getting them all with a whole team. Now a nigga can't answer calls cause I'm hauling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas sloppy.
What's popping, gang? What up with you? All right. Here again, doing the Lord's work. What's up with y'all for the weekend? You know what I'm saying?
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
I'm ready. It's gonna be a heavy stream. Heavy stream. It's a little different from the norm, but you know, as a father of a daughter, I think it's important. It's important to talk about predators in the gang. Predators in the gang. You like, well, who is that? Well, yeah, it's Walter Jones' manager. You don't know him? Of course you've seen him. Of course you've seen him before. And let's not forget, this might be the mastermind. Now, it's some new allegations, and both women who have went to the police to report it. So I am here to highlight this and maybe help warn you and educate you on their story, share their story, and basically show what a fraud this guy is. Now, I've known he was a fraud from the time he was on like the stream with Rampage Jackson talking about he was Will Smith, like manager. Like, oh yeah, like he's like, oh, you know, you manager, right? He's like, yeah, I work with Will Smith and all these other people. I'm like, bro, nah. I don't think he worked with Will Smith. I think he took a picture with Will Smith and, you know, ran with that clout. You know, you got these people out here who will take pictures with celebrities, and if you're unsuspecting, say, oh yeah, that's my guy. I know Will Smith. I got him. I manage him. I manage him on speed dial. And there's one more piece of evidence I got to bring up, right? Because he did the, Jesus Christ, where's my tab? He did the, I represent all these different people, ordeal on his Hustle Matters. Let me see the hustle. I know I got the, here we go right there. I was like, bro, oh man. Like, do you think this guy is booking Rampage, who's a multi-millionaire from streaming on Kick? You think his agent, you think this is his manager? Hell no. Hell no.
Nope.
No, man. It's like, oh, he probably was like, yo, if I got an opportunity for you, can I shoot it your way for a fee of 10% or whatever the opportunity is? Rampage, sure, man. Do Rampage know he on this page? Probably not. I don't think half the people know that they're on Aaron Coney's page. But let me acknowledge the earlier contributors, man. Should we create? Here's the thing, right? I have the ability to do overtime tonight, or stream tomorrow. And let me first shout out to Laura out here, man.
Love of my life.
How are you doing, Laura? How is your Taekwondo going? Hopefully it's going good. My daughter, blue belt now. I think you saw the picture. You know what I'm saying? Splendid for her. Couldn't be happier as a father. But tomorrow is a big day. She got ballet tryouts. And now I know she's going to be in the play no matter what. But the question is, how big of a role in the play is she going to have? Is she going to have a big role or a little role? In the Nutcracker performance, she had a little role where she just came out, picked up some stuff, went back. Came out, picked up some stuff, went back. She was like a little mouse or something. It was like mouse, rats, the Rat King. It was all this stuff, right? So it was a good experience for her. But thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate
Henry,
you.
thank you so much.
And shout out to my main man, Aerostream.
I got money.
With a $20 super chat. My man is fully monetized on YouTube. Shout out to you, man. How's it feel? You still owe me an interview. I keep saying you owe me an interview. I'm going to come collect at some point. Where we're going to talk about the journey, talk about the advice and how you got there, because you got there fast. I think you got there faster than Francis. But anywho, appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Can someone post this channel for all my WWE fans? And don't be reacting to WWE out here. Channels are getting clapped left and right for reacting to that. Ouchie. Now, here's the thing, right? Wow. We could do a little small story real quick. The clapping, yes, dog. I know, dog. I'm seeing people like, what the hell? Because like they, let's pull this up. We can go on this tangent real quick. WWE, right? There's some serious backlash going on right now. And what do I mean, right? This is what's happening. Currently, if you are a WWE content creator, and as a content creator, you need to be aware of these trends because WWE hit people like Eurostream and other people in the community with the bait and switch, or they changed their mind, right? Oh, nerd culture is toxic. What's up, brother? I never won it. Low. Okay. What they did was say, it was like, hey, Eurostream, react to our stuff. Do the live watch. React to it. Make react content. And they did that. And in turn, it boosted WWE's popularity tenfold. When you say, hey, react to everything. Don't even worry about no copyrights. You're good to go. And then with the recent, the contract renegotiations for people taking less appearances, WrestleMania being trash, they start getting a lot of backlash from the same people that created a platform reacting to WWE. So they start striking their channels, literally striking the channels, getting them clapped, ringing the bell on them, literally Undertaker bell. Oh yeah, get out of here. And people like, dog, what the hell is this? We recently had permission. You gave us permission to do it. And, so people are rushing, going through their page, deleting content. But, I did show Eurostream how to beat that, how to beat that copyright claim stuff and how to get around it. Now, people can manually detect it and you just got to fight it. But, that B-roll stuff, you're going to be good, Arrow. But all the other people, I don't know. And I see nerd culture is toxic is in the chat. Fuck you doing here, dog? No, what up, man? Try to get him on the channel, but Ninja's gonna ninja. All right, so we can get into a small. Actually, they never gave them permission, Lo. WWE just let them quietly until they got what they wanted from them. Okay. Okay. All right. I see what happened, right? So they said, yeah, we see y'all reacting. Don't worry. We ain't going to claim that shit. We ain't going to claim it. Get paid, young ninja. Get paid. And then, boom. And then they pulled the rug up under you. Now, here's the thing. I think, was it TNA is about to open the floodgates, if not open the floodgates for React content. They probably going to do the same thing. They probably going to let you do it and then take it back. Now they got their content they need now to say, hey, look how famous we are. Yeah. Hey, the game is a dirty game. But anyway. Anyway, let's get into what we're here to talk about. Now we could do a small story real quick. We could talk about Blake in London and what happened there. But then we're going to be talking about SA for at least an hour. And we got two like crazy stories, right? So we got this story right here. And you're going to see someone that may be familiar to you, especially if you're in our audience. And let's get it. Laura want the pink spandex. All right. I'll get the pink spandex. Let's do pink spandex before we get into her story. And I know we might have some new people here and like Laura. You remember last time you $2 super chatted and Rika was like, how the fuck you gonna do that shit? How the fuck you gonna do me like that? Why you gonna just do me like that, Laura? He was going crazy. He was going crazy on you. He was like, Laura, how dare you?
Back, front, back. We're gonna speed this up. If you're not comfortable with popping your ass, all I want is your hands. Boom, boom. boom, boom. But if you can, get in that shit. Come on, 4, 3, good, 2. We call it the ribbit walk. You go ribbit, 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 ribbit. Staying low, lifting and dropping that ass. If you have no space, stay in place and lift up those legs. Santa sleigh. You go Santa sleigh, bring the gifts. 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 From the top.
Y'all want the pink spandex Blake Foster edition? Hey, you know the crazy thing? You know Blake watching. You know Blake watching. You know why you're watching? Jesus.
Hold up.
Where's my Blake? Where's my Blake Foster?
Back,
There we go. Blake Foster edition, guys.
back, front, back. We're gonna speed this up. If you're not comfortable with popping your ass, all I want is your hands. Boom, 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 boom. But if you can, get in that shit. Come on, 4, 3, good, 2. We call it the ribbit walk. You go ribbit, 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 ribbit. Staying low, lifting and dropping that ass. If you have no space, stay in place and lift up those legs. Santa sleigh. You go Santa sleigh, bring the gifts. 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 From the top.
All right. The crazy thing is we got like new people watching. I'm pretty sure they're like, what the hell is this? I thought this guy was supposed to be talking about essay. We're going to get there. All right. So let's cover Blake Foster real quick. All right. This is what we're going to do. Give me a second. I got to get out of this screen. We'll cover Blake Foster in London. All right. And then we're going to just go straight into it. Because, you know, I realize I need to cover this. Because it's a, whatchamacallit, because it's happening this weekend. So I need to cover it now as people going to the London convention are like, where's Blakey? I mean, I doubt they're like, where's Blakey? But we'll cover it. Open. Because I was talking about this with several people. I don't want to do that. Like, and Blake's response, like he tried to play it off like it was a scheduling issue. Like, nah, Ninja. It was not a scheduling issue. Like, people are just waking up about Blake, right? Now we got more evidence of what happened at Domcom and what the real issue was with Blake, which I couldn't be happier about it, because it's always good when we get a little bit more context. I don't need to show you the DMs of people who are looking forward to going to MCM London. Hold on. London. MCM Comic-Con. Oh my God. It's supposed to be like, this is the biggest Comic-Con in whatchamacallit, in all of London. And Blake is not there because maybe he went live and said F all you F slurs and then put out a half-ass apology thinking like that was going to smooth people over. So give me a second. Get shareable link. All right. Sorry, I'm putting together this clip now. I forgot. I was not supposed to cover it tonight, but we are about to cover it. And if I was smart, dog, let me see. Facebook.com. I should go to Blake's profile, see when he announced it. Damn, man. People messaging me on Facebook. I try to tell people, like, don't message me on Facebook. Oh, it's just Blake Foster trying to grift. Give me a second. I just got to search for something. MCM London. Because the Resilient Army is, I kid you not, MCM London Blake Foster. I want to see when they announced him. Due to scheduling conflicts. Nah, there was no scheduling conflict. Blake Foster ain't doing shit this weekend but watching me stream, dog. Oh shit. More super chats. The new Rican video. What new Rican video? Did you upload it? You know it's real when TJ sent a super chat. He like, hey. I'm not seeing a new Rican dance video. Is it a video that you uploaded or is it the video you sent me? Oh, I see it. I found it.
It's okay.
It better not be copyright claim. Should we add this to our regular playlist of stuff that we play? All right, guys, brand new video, compliments of, I don't know who made this. It could have been TJ, could have been Chad. It's not copyright. All right, that's all I want to know. It's not copyright. So here is the new Rican video, compliments of Chad and TJ.
It's okay to be gay, to laugh out loud and love your way. Hold somebody close tonight. There's nothing wrong with your life. No matter what the people say, you deserve the same blue skies, same grace. So sing it proud, don't hide away. It's okay. It's okay to be gay. Every story's beautiful, every heart be meaningful, and love was never made for fear.
Wait, Jesus. Hold on. I'm already live. Live. Hold on, I gotta send someone a link to the live stream. Give me a second. So I mean, I don't think it's like a secret or anything. Shareable link. But Ariel spoke to her behind the scenes. Real cool woman. All right. There go my story. Look at that. 154 people watched it. Let's go. News channel. All right. Anywho, Blake Foster's likely watching. Aaron Coney's likely watching. KP's likely watching. All of these guys are watching. You know how I know? I'll tell you in 1 second. So where is his name? Right? Where are you at? So this is how I know he's watching, because right after I made that thumbnail and it went live, this account was open. It was not private. It was anyone can access it. You know why? Because he probably monetized. He probably make money. But if he making money, it ain't much. He's not making much money here, not making much money on TikTok or any place like that. So after the thumbnail went live, I imagine Darkness hit him up and said, hey, this guy is about to cover your stuff. Because he locked his shit down too. In fact, he went as far as to like delete the Instagram for his whack ass comic. Or whatever, this Phantom Force comic shit. He deleted that Instagram for it. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I think people know that once you're on that thumbnail, dog, the smoke is coming. And, you know, people try to say, hey, I don't get no views. I'm like, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Aaron. And you know this, and Blake know this, everybody know this. When it comes to the content I do, it's not necessarily trying to get views or make a lot of money or anything like that, but it does bring attention to the people who know you, because you know everyone in the Power Ranger community watch, and like all these people. RJ Seiler, he may not watch. Walter, he definitely got Brett watching and reporting back every 5 minutes. Who else? Like, where are the other Power Rangers? You know Blake watch. You know Blake was like, hey, what's this about? But you know, people of the same feather flock together. And I don't even think they know. Like, you think Christian Keys is like, yeah, I'm represented by Hustle Matters? Fuck no. No. Yo, it's just like, bro would be capped out. But you know what happens is all these booking agents put everyone, you know, Steve Cardenas is aware of my channel. You know, Catherine is aware of my channel. Now, speaking of her, and where's Nakia? Yeah. Speaking of these people, I want to know if they're going to still take a picture with you after this, because that's going to be very telling, right? When you have women coming forward saying, hey, this guy raped me. Yup, right here. And it's not just one allegation, it's actually two. And combine that with the fact that you think they don't know about this shit, this allegation. You think all three of these, you think they don't know about this shit? Of course they know about it. They just turn their head. They just put their head in the sand. Oh, praise God, my brother made a mistake. Sky didn't say anything happened. So until Sky say something, I'm not going to give it anything. You think you think they didn't see this skit with Sky? Come on. You think they didn't see it? You know they saw this shit. You know they saw it. But you know what she did? She's going to cover for Blake. She's going to say, oh, this is just a false allegation. She's going to cover for Aaron. She's going to cover for Kenny. Because why? Only God knows. Only God knows. Oh, I see. I would be open to yeah, but I don't have the energy to set up my mic and PC. So let me know. I'll pop in the stream. 3 minutes. We're gonna see if Ariel gonna pop in. All right, so they watch. All right, so I got 30 minutes to get her up here and do like a brief interview, and then we'll get to what she said back in the day. Because I had to vet the story or whatever. Like I you know, they grate me. I couldn't just run with that shit. I had to had to fucking dig and shit.
You dig, bro. You like to dig.
Had to dig deep. All right, so let's get to Blake Foster, because I have everything up now. Okay. Blake Foster. Blake Foster, who said this? Well, got some bad news. He was supposed to be at the, let me see if I can pull up the guest. Jesus. This is the biggest event news. Explore the show. MCM Comic-Con? May 26th, schedule guess. Let me see if they got Blake Foster on here still. Is it one of those ones where you can't search the name? Bjorn Blatt. Let's see. BBFS. Ben. Okay, yeah, they took him off the list completely. He's not even listed on here. All right, we need the Blake Foster apology. Ariel says she's gonna join in like 30 minutes. So kudos to her. Because I was like, you don't gotta talk about it. You don't have to join. I pretty much have her whole story. But if she wanted to join, I wasn't gonna like say, no, you can't join. Or anything like that. Open image. All right. Let's start it up. All right, y'all ready? Do me a favor, like the stream. Blake Foster probably watching. Like, I hate you, Henry. I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like that's the thing, right? I was talking to somebody and it was like, well, what separates me from the average, I guess, Power Ranger nostalgia content creator is I could give 2 fucks less about going to a convention, being invited to a convention, interviewing one of these guys or anything like that. Call me the Angel Grove TMZ or whatever. The Wendy Williams of Z-list actors. The the TMZ of covering has-beens, washouts, burnouts, flameouts. The Jerry Springer of the bottom feeders of conventions, which is mostly Power Ranger actors. So without further ado, let's get it. So you guys remember Blake Foster, Blue Turbo Ranger? Remember when he went live and said F all these F slurs? You remember this?
First, she told me about
Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Let's make sure I hear it.
She still loves me.
First, she told me about Blake, Aaron. I saw all the proof that they pretty much fucked her, like all of them in one night.
Yeah, all of them in one night. But he was mostly upset about the F slurs, and he put out like a half-ass apology, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. In the 90s, I used to say this, blah 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 blah." He did it before. Well, he shot himself in the foot, right? Because MCM Comic-Con is the biggest convention in London, and he was on the guest list set to be there. But they had to make this announcement, and I don't think they made this announcement because any scheduling conflicts. Like Blake Foster literally has nothing going on. And the thing is, more and more conventions are just dropping them. Like I'm hearing people who had 3-show deals are like, nope, deal's over. And they wrote, due to a scheduling conflict, Blake Foster is unable to make it to MCM London this May. If you pre-purchased autographs or solo photo ops, these will be refunded. Those who purchase Power Rangers trio photos will be contacted with options. So I guess there was a option for Jason Narvey, Paul Schreier, Blake Foster to take a picture together. Well, I imagine they know about the Blake Foster allegations. They know he's on the internet recording himself, setting up his phone to say F all you F slurs, and then 3 days later putting out half-ass apologies for it. And they probably also know that he's just not a good guy to be around. But Blake would respond, right? He responds to us. He puts it in a story, guys. You know why he puts it in a story? Because it's going to disappear and it'll be, gone. And you think it's a scheduling conflict? You think you got another convention lined up?
Nope.
No. He says, due to a private personal matters and ongoing scheduling complications, I unfortunately won't be able to attend London Comic-Con as planned. Really? You mean to tell me the biggest convention in London you can't attend because of ongoing scheduling conflicts? No, dog. Rumor has it they told him they don't want him no more. That's just a rumor. Look, guys, I getting confirmed this with convention owners. They was like, we do not want him at our show. Now it could be Jason Narvey and Paul Schreier like, yeah, dog, we don't want to take no picture with that ninja. He got pedo allegations. We saw him selling bussy pics. We ain't trying to get down with the likes of that guy. You know what I'm saying? So he goes on to say, I know many of you were excited, and trust me, I was looking forward to meeting everyone as well. I appreciate all the continued love and support from the fans overseas, and hope to make it out there in the future.
Nope.
Nah, put a pin in that, dog. You will never be at London MCM Con again, dog. That's done for life. For life, dog. For life. Pack it up. You better start selling peptides. So I saw him like, hey, you need your peptides or come get to me. Now, you remember, this is the damn con owner, right? The damn con owner is giving us even more information regarding Blake Foster's debaucherous behavior at the convention, and even going back and forth with fans. I tried to get him to come on, but he hasn't emailed me, but he is active in the comment section. So he gets called out. Sounds to me like the convention runners are a bunch of effing babies, and this was all because he offered THC gummies to a security guy in Texas. You do realize THC gummies you buy at stores don't have enough THC to actually get you stoned. You need like 3 gummies to be stoned. They only have like 10 milligrams each, which literally don't do anything. Who cares? Grow up. It's legal now. Now, this is probably a Blake Foster defender or an alt, but do you think the biggest Comic-Con in London really wants Blake Foster out here offering THC gummies to people who work there? Because it's not just the people who work there that Blake Foster offered these gummies to. And DamnCon owner is literally just about to cook. He is just about to cook this fan who could be a Blake Foster or it could be an Aaron Coney alt. All right, he says, look, owner here, we personally smoke marijuana on the regular, but this is a family event. And at the end of the day, it comes down to professionalism and liability. This is what fans don't understand, right? Because remember, most of Blake Foster fans, and let's just be honest, most fans in the Power Ranger community are on the spectrum. Some of them are neurodivergent, and that's not like a slight. That's just what it is. But you have people like Blake Foster, who has made thousands of dollars, taking advantage of them, scamming some of them. And like I said, London likely got wind of this shit and was like, yeah, no. Or another rumor is that people don't want to be associated with Blake Foster. Do you really want your booth next to the guy who said F all you F slurs? Do you really want to be hugged up like, yeah, F all you F slurs with Blake Foster? No.
Nope.
It's not a good look for your brand. It's not a good look. Now, we continue back to what the convention owner said in his response to the fan. Comes down to professionalism and liability. It's why you get fired if you come to work drunk. Attendees and staff. Attendees. Let's make it bigger. Attendees and staff. That means people at the convention, people coming up to his booth were being offered THC gummies. You're going to be like, wait, what? Wait, you think that's cool? I come up there with my son or daughter to, have an interaction with Blake, and he's like, hey, you want a THC gummy? In front of the kid. Oh, it's just legal now. It's legal now. Everyone's doing it, man. You do it. Remember, I told you guys, people who get high want other people to get high with them so they don't feel so bad. So attendees and staff are being offered marijuana, which is a huge no-go for us. There is a time and place for that, and a convention floor is not. This is indefensible, right? This is indefensible. But there are people who would defend it. Now, the convention owner didn't stop there. And you have to imagine, right? If you just do a quick Google search of Blake Foster before you book him, a slew of allegations, the scammer story, him admitting to it, like, oh, it was 2019. I was an immature kid. At what point do you become an adult? He's still watching this now, mad at me for, look, I didn't tell him to pass out THC gummies at the convention. I didn't tell him to offer that. This is big brain Blake with his big brain, with these big brain ideas. And now people are starting to smarten up. They don't, hey, you can pay them to take a picture with them. Like when the last time you seen a Jason Narvey, Blake Foster picture? Now I'm sure they got a bag to go to London, but once you got your picture mate saying F all you F slurs, You're like, yeah, I don't think it's a good look for, me to be taking pictures with him. Now the convention owner goes, more stuff comes out. Someone else says this, right? Look, I think it's a mistake to think that gummies aren't a big deal. There are kids around, and that's not the place to be doing that kind of stuff. So now you got a couple of fans holding them accountable. Blake and you are actually like the kids that you both truly are instead of showing adult responsibility. You don't do that kind of stuff in a convention, in an environment around kids, which I agree, dog. You're not supposed to be inebriated around your kid. Like some people think like, oh, it's cool. I'm just high around my son or daughter or whatever. I do, however, think that the con runners are in the wrong to automatically exclude rangers just because of one or two bad apples. That just showing disrespect to the community, and it's just going to cause even more problems. I don't agree with this. You know why? Who cares? It's my convention. I book who I want to book. I don't book who, you should book Power Ranger fans. Remember, guys, these are 30-year-old has-beens. These are people who can't get cast. These are people, honestly, whose main source of income is going to conventions now. And they go on and say, it's funny that you talk about professionalism, but then you're excluding Rangers is the solution, which isn't at all professional solution. Which is it? He literally puts him in his place. He puts him in his place. He says, look, guy, at the end of the day, I'm fronting $12K to run the show. My money. I put the bread up. All you others can shut up. The attendees are more into kaiju and J-horror anyways. We experimented with the Rangers. There was too much of a return on investment risk. Simple as the event is geared towards kaiju. So I think we will be okay. Thumbs up, which, he's not wrong. Like, dog, he's been doing this. I put up 12K. I need to get back 13K to turn a 1K profit. Do you think the average Blake Foster fan is understanding this? Okay. Do you think Blake Foster gets it? Blake Foster don't care. He just wants his free trip and per diem. And maybe to bring like someone else, maybe to bring accused rapist Aaron Coney there with him. You think Blake Foster care? Hell no. Hell no. Blake don't care if the owner get paid or not. And, I don't blame the owner for feeling that way. I just think you shouldn't ruin things for the fandom just because Blake is that awful. A lot of ones that Henry ended up mentioning who are the ones who support Blake. Yeah, dog. Yeah, I can care less. Anyone who support Blake, they should be on the no-fly list. Seriously, because you know what? You have to worry about, do they share the same sentiment? Are they secretly saying F all you F slurs too? But I digress. Owner here. It hasn't necessarily ruined it for Power Rangers, but I think we will redirect our attention more towards Sentai actors. We had Brad Hawkins last year, and he was an amazing guest. I just do not want any controversy to overshadow the success of the event, especially as we start gearing more towards rare guests rather than more commonly booked Rangers. Yeah, the Rangers are like in saturation. But at the end of the day, I think London Comic-Con, they lucked out. They dodged the bullet. And I really think it was probably Jason Narvi and Paul Schreier who was like, look, we can't be taking pictures with Blake. We're not going to take a picture with Blake. And if you want us to come, part of it is we're not taking pictures with Blake. And the owner was like, well, how about we just don't have Blake? And in all honesty, Jason Narvi and Paul Schreier are like phenomenal. At Rangers Stop Orlando, when I went, they did have like the longest line out of all people because it was a huge experience. And they're like fairly inexpensive to take pictures with, get signatures. So kudos to them. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think it was a scheduling issue? Or do you think conventions are just finally sick of Blake Foster and his antics? Let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Peace. All right. That was good. That was great. What time did I send that message? I need to see. I don't know what time. Let me see what time I sent that message. Because we could bring her up now. Or do y'all want a little taste of her story? What do you guys think? Did the chat stop working? Shit, I think it did. My bad, chat. And shout out to Mark. Joining the Resilient Army, 10 months in the game. Hold on, I got you, dog. I got you, man. Chat stopped on your boy. You know what I'm saying? Chat stopped on you. Let me see. How does it look? Resilient Army, baby. 10 months in the game. Salute to you, man. What was the highs and lows? You've been here for 10 months. Like, you know, what was some of the best moments, like in the Resilient Army history? And shout out to Francis. Jason, Narvi, and Paul have always been so great. Yeah, they're the best. Maybe because I was around Jason so much. All right. What'd she say? I ain't even know Francis. Maybe where's she at? When did she first type? Same Mr. Level, Melissa. She blowing kisses to fucking keyboard warriors out here and shit.
Simply Melissa. She's comfortable being a keyboard warrior.
Like, bro. Oh man. Francis here. She like, oh, I'm here for it. she here for the roasting. She like, yeah, it's me. Fucking Melissa, dog. All right, so let's get into Ariel's story. All right. What are y'all doing, man? Y'all chilling. Shout out to all 55 of y'all in here. I better see 55 likes when I check my like ratio. All right. So where do we want to start? All right. Now, I could really freak this interview. Uh-oh, hold up. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to main JoJo, 11 months in the game.
Henry, thank you so much.
Appreciate you. 11 months of membership, dog. Like, what was the highlight? I'm always like curious of like the people who've been here a long time. Like, what was they like their best thing here? All right. Now, I'm about to try to do this on the phone. Look, I'm gonna try to put her on StreamYard. Hopefully she watching. You just click the link and you use your camera, phone, and microphone, and you just do it that way. I mean, if that don't work, we can still do the Instagram video, but you won't be able to see the things I'm showing you. Like, just trust me, Ariel. If you're watching, it's gonna be great. It's great. So I'm about to copy this link. Send it to you. Like, it's a bit better than Instagram video. All right, let's get to her story. All right, let me I gotta do something behind the scene real quick to make sure everything goes smoothly. Share screen. Blake Foster, sure his bitch ass. All right. So let's get to her story. All right. I'm hoping. Let's see. Click the link and hopefully she didn't go to sleep. I'm a monster. Would have been longer if I wasn't broke watching. Favorite highlight got to be the the Aaron Shonksty. He's hilarious. Shitty at everything. Yeah, dog. Hey, what did Mark say was his highlight? Cool name, by the way. Silent. Gotta have a slap. Yeah. What did he say? Like, bro was trying to like make out with me and shit. Okay, she just seen it. Click the link in the green room. I bring up 5 minutes. Let me let her get in the link real quick, and then like everything is. If she hits the link, it's gonna be great because we're gonna play her story, and she's gonna say her piece, and she's gonna go off, And we're going to, I've done this before for people. And she didn't ask me to do this at all, by the way. She did not ask me to do this. I've enjoyed the Rican saga.
Because you got my name in your mouth, you fucking clown. If you want to fuck me, Henry, just say that, bro.
Like, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see if she clicked the link yet. No, I don't see her in the back. I don't want to start it until she get here. But I could play a little. I'll play it for you guys. Get y'all lubed up. But y'all gonna have to hear it again when she clicked the link. Uh-oh. Did I get blocked in real time? Oh no, that's him shutting down his comic book. All right. All right. So these two guys. This is Aaron Coney and KP, or Kenneth Pettis, Kenny Pettis, whatever you want to go by. These guys go way back. Guess what? They're both from Detroit. And with them being both from Detroit, they went to LA to make it big. Now, she came out with this video. It's actually a great video.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone.
She talks about Cinco de Mayo, but more importantly, she exposes her rapist.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody who's not a rapist. On May 5th, 2020, I was drugged and raped by two men who decided to take turns on me.
Now, you see this? These two men right here? This is Aaron Coney and KP. Snap. Jesus Christ. I think I messed up on something. All right. Hold on. I got to make sure I got this allegation up there. I don't. Give me a second. And basically, in short, KP handed her a drink. And next thing you know, she wake up with Aaron Coney's meat inside of her. And she's in the background. So now we can actually start this clip. Give me 1 second, Ariel. I know you're in the background. I'm going to do like a 5-minute intro. A 5-minute intro for you. And then I'm gonna bring you up so you could could talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm still going to cover everything I researched and looked up because it's 2 allegations against Aaron Coney. All right. All right. So she's in the back. Oh, great. All right. And she'll be able to see everything. So this is how I'm about to freak it. All right. Boom. Now you'll see the whole intro and then I'll bring you up. So give me like 5 minutes to lube everyone up and we're going to have her come up. All right. So what happened, guys? Everyone knows Aaron Coney. You probably recognize him as Walter Jones' manager or Blake Foster's manager. You've seen him everywhere, anywhere big where Walter is at, you see him. You see him taking pictures together with people he represent. I'm pretty sure he don't represent A-Train, but he taking pictures with him. And he, in my opinion, he's a fraudulent guy because one, he'll say he represents all these big name people and he don't represent them at all, right? Do you think he represents Rampage? Likely not. Also, do you think he represents Will Smith? Well, he says it right here, right? Like he doesn't correct Rampage when he says, hey, I represent Will Smith.
Aaron Coney.
Yeah. Aaron Coney.
Well, you manage a lot of celebrities and stuff?
Yeah.
A lot of people. Big Sean, Will Smith, R.J. Collins, Walter Jones.
Yeah.
You are Morales.
The Blue Ranger?
Blue Power Ranger. He does MMA too.
Yeah. Blake Foster.
Yeah.
So he's just basically plugging people, but you notice he said Big Sean, right? Because he used Big Sean to lure Ariel in. That's what KP did because she wanted to be a dancer. She moved out to LA thinking she's going to be a dancer, meeting people. And lo and behold, she meets Kenny. And Kenny says, hey, I got I got someone who wants to meet you, want to book you for Big Sean's tour. And this is her video right here. And then I'm going to bring her up and let her tell the rest.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody who's not a rapist. On May 5th, 2020, I was drugged and raped by two men who decided to take turns on me. This is when I was new to LA and I was new to the industry, and I was the perfect prey. I was invited over for what this casting director called a business meeting. It wasn't that. They proceeded to drug me and take turns. I've told this story time and time and time again all over social media. Fortunately, because I was public about it, a woman named Lisa Phillips, who was also a survivor of Jeffrey Epstein, reached out to me and she amplified my voice by having me on her podcast. Because she did this and she amplified my voice, this allowed other women who were also victims of my abuser to find me and to know that they weren't alone and to reach out to me. Due to this, I was able to help some of these other women also come forward and go to the cops. This man, last I checked, he's still running around Los Angeles pretending like he's a good man. He is a predator and he is a sex trafficker, and he is currently under investigation by the FBI. Kenneth Pettis, KP, HollywoodKp, CinematicKp, whatever you go by now, since you keep changing your name, because I won't stop coming after you and you're scared to be identified. By the way, he's also a registered sex offender prior to me, long before that. Your days are numbered. We'll continue to make sure that every single person that you try to do business with knows what you are, a monster.
Now, I did do some research and I went back through her TikToks, a lot of TikToks, to find her original story, because I want the original story. And what I did was I compared that to the current story and it matched up. No changes, no new information. And she does this around every Cinco de Mayo. She says, hey, this happened. These are the people that did this to me. So what I'm about to do, guys, is without further ado, I am about to bring her up to share her story, if you will, and we will go from there. I told her, in advance, she didn't have to pretty much say anything about it or, go as much in detail as she wants or she doesn't want. But we're about to bring her up and let her say her piece. So, hello, Ariel. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm doing good. I mean, I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm just playing a mango right now.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for having me on here. Hi to everybody.
Yes. So your story was brought to my attention, and it actually deals with someone who we are familiar with in this community, and that is Aaron Coney. And we already had the allegations of Aaron and KP sleeping with Jason David Frank's underage daughter when she was 16. Plus, you had the other story of the other woman who came forward and said, yeah, your story actually inspired her to come forward about KP as well. And that is right here. Let's just play her clip real quick so everyone can hear it.
KP that Ariel talked about, he assaulted me. You reaching out to me, and then I'm just like, okay, let me look at her page to see the videos that she has. Like, let me learn more about her podcast. And then I see Ariel talking about KP, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the same guy that assaulted me back when I was 18 too. Back then I knew that he assaulted me, but I never thought that he could have trafficked me. But after I watched Ariel's videos, I started thinking about, oh, wait a minute, this experience I had with him and his friends. Wait a minute, this night, and I didn't remember anything.
You didn't remember the roofies,
Wait a minute, and I told my friend I thought that I might have been drugged, but I wasn't sure. I'm literally still trying to remember things.
So you were roofied, if you were drugged, you don't really know until.
Yeah, the reason why guys use roofies is because it will distort the memory and they won't really have like a clear recollection. And oftentimes what happens is the recollection has bits and pieces to it. So this is Kenneth Pettis Jr. or HollywoodKp or CinematicKp. And what I noticed, and I'll let you speak in 1 second, is once the thumbnail went live, he literally, his Instagram went private. And I was like, that is so odd that his Instagram would go private literally right after the thumbnail went forward, because I know Aaron watches the stream and or Blake Foster watches, and they're all birds of a feather who are accused of sleeping with Jason David Frank's daughter when she was 16. So go ahead, Earl. What do you think about all this overall as more women start coming forward?
I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick, but not shocked. And when I got your DM, that just when you stated that, and so mainly I've been getting a lot of survivors that have pinpointed KP as like the central trafficker. So it seems like he's like the guy in between a lot of people. And so Aaron was always like just the fucking weirdo that was pretending to be Big Sean's manager, that was just there because he wasn't the person I met. So basically KP trafficked me to Aaron, but then they both took advantage, drugged and raped me that night, right? But he was, I guess that's just what he does, is traffics to other women or other men, right? Yeah. But then these other girls started coming forward since I just posted this Cinco de Mayo. So then now I'm seeing more and more about Aaron as well. And actually, I don't know if you saw this particular TikTok, but it was when The Little Mermaid came out, the live action, and I went to a screening in LA for it with my friend at the time. And so it was one of these like pre-screenings. So it was like an influencer event, whatever. So it was invite only. And we're sitting there like in the movie theater, and everybody's coming in before the movie starts. And this group of people walk in front of my seat, and Aaron sits down, literally like 2 seats in front, literally the row in front. And I, like, you can go see the TikTok. Because I posted about it that night. I didn't know what to do. But when that happened, I went into, like, I almost had a panic attack. Like, I went into shock. I froze. I completely froze. I hadn't seen them since the night that it happened in 2020. And I never knew, you don't know how your body is going to respond, or your nervous system, right? But it's crazy that it instantly, just seeing him threw me back into that response. Like I literally froze. And I told my friend was like, what's, like, she saw that I was freaking out. She was like, she could tell. She was like, what's wrong? And I said, that's one of the guys that raped me. And she didn't skip a beat. And she was like, she called him out, and she was like, what's your name? Are you Aaron? You're a rapist. Why are you here? You shouldn't be here. Who invited you? She didn't give a fuck. And what happened is I had this like platinum blonde wig on and like a bandana. So I don't think he clocked that it was me immediately. But then when he saw me, I know he recognized me. It like actually kind of like grosses me out to like replay this memory. But anyways, she was very like through this. She basically was like, you need to leave. And caused a scene. She didn't care. And he was like, at first didn't say anything. And then he gathered his things. And before he like went to leave the theater, he looked me dead in the eye and he was like, you fucking ruined my life. As he like walked off. And I was like,
wait.
I kept my composure because I didn't want him to think that he had that effect on me. But I was like, oh, okay, cool. So you're admitting to what you've done. Okay.
That is, for him to say you ruined his life, when I don't think he ruined your life, but he definitely changed the trajectory of it, had a significant impact on you.
Yeah.
And his own decision, quote unquote, ruined his life. And literally after the thumbnail went live, he privated his Instagram. He shut down his comics one. And I imagine he's watching.
He shut down his comic one?
Yeah. It's only live on Threads now. Like, so right here,
it's all coming out. And you know what's interesting? By the way, I have a tattoo of it says resilient on here. I got that tattoo on my neck. I think like actually not long after I went to the cops. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but I did it like 3 months after I went to the cops and reported my rape. So that also caught my attention when you had messaged me, and then I saw your hat, and I was like, I fuck with you. Like that's like the only word I know. Like I'm like, just keep swimming, you know. But like so
Wow.
I respect that word. Like that word is important to me. It's something that I was just like, it's like a positive affirmation that I will repeat to myself. But I was gonna say something in reference to what you just said, but now I forgot.
Oh, it's okay. All right. So basically, the Instagram for the Phantom Force comics, that's down.
Oh, I didn't know about any of this comic.
Well, he tries to fancy himself to be like some Aaron.
Oh wow!
Like he fancies himself like some comic artist, but this comic is dog crap.
Okay, I see.
The paper is probably worth more. He tries to call himself a comic creator, as he tries to get his accomplice Blake Foster's career off the ground, which it's going to be there for a while. And I did see this. Another woman said, "Hey girl, seeing your videos about HollywoodKp, that's really had a really something about him. He was trying to book me and friends with these thirst trap pictures. As you said, hey, he'll say, send pictures. We want to see you now." And
that's the pattern. He would do this with by the way, all the girls. There's almost 15 of survivors who've now come forward, and our stories are almost copy and paste. It's actually absurd. His method. So like his patterns, it's all like replicated with slightly different outcomes depending on the woman, or slightly different ways that they do it. But it's like, he has this very specific, he's got like a formula, an operation that he's running, and he's still doing it. I just spoke to a girl. He recently was still doing this up until a couple months ago. I think it's insane. I think he is insane. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is there were some people that I think this is interesting, because I get a lot of comments sometimes that are like, I get comments from trolls or burner accounts, I think from these guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're like, a lot of people that try to tear me down or scare me or silence me also, but they'll be like, you're going to be sued for defamation. You're going to be sued for all your lies, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, these guys could not even try to sue me for defamation. Like they couldn't, like even because that involves false statements, but not just that. If they tried to do that, it would force them to have to like bring their side, and they are so guilty, and they know they're guilty. They're so guilty that it would like, I feel like it would be like a checkmate. They would be prosecuted by their attempt to try to sue me for defamation would literally force the truth out faster, because these fuckers are just, they're like, it's absurd. It's absurd. So anyways,
look, here's the thing, right? Oh snap. Hold on. I got to share this page. Give me 1 second, because this is explosive right here. I saw this, that you posted this. KP and that dark skinned guy pictured in your reel with him graped me 2 years ago, saying it was a casting, etc., etc. And I was always scared to say anything, that no one will believe me. Your post came up, so I know he's definitely a monster and should have been locked up. I definitely believe you. So there are more allegations against people like Aaron, who they were pretty much inseparable years ago. As I was going through, I started going through their channels. And I'm like, oh, these guys, because they're both from Detroit. They're best friends out in LA trying to make it.
KP and Aaron?
Yes. That's where the connection is. So
and he lied, and he said he wanted to introduce me to Big Sean's manager, because I moved out to pursue being a professional dancer and like an actress, and dance is one of my big passions. So I was training at the studios before COVID shut down. So that was like my dream. And so he used that exact thing, which was the only reason the only reason I even went over there.
Yeah, and I can see what he does as you saw the clip where he says, "Oh yeah, I work with Big Sean, Will Smith."
Yeah.
And I'm like, you took a picture with him.
That screenshot that you just read, by the way.
Yeah.
The girl, so he was luring that girl in, saying that she was going to book a job for Drake's brand OVO. Like it was. So he also uses he uses all kinds of companies. He'll use Fenty. He'll use Drake. He'll use Bad Bunny. He'll use Big Sean. A lot of big artists, depending on who he's talking to, and promise them like work and opportunities and stuff like this, and try to hire them and have them come out for like the casting or this or that or whatever. It's literally just textbook Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, and you know what? Shout out to Melissa who sent the $2 super chat. I do have a small female audience. She says, "Thank you, Ariel, for sharing your story." And I want to thank you too, because you did something that I don't see other women doing. Not only did you say their name, but you showed pictures of them to say, hey, no, this is not just any Aaron. This is not just any KP. Here's their name. Here's their social media pages. These are the guys who did it. And when I went back years ago, I had to go through a lot of TikToks, by the way.
I've been screaming into the void for years.
Yes. So I went back to all your old TikToks and I was like, okay, here's where she goes to the police. Here's where she starts coming out. Here's part 1. Here's part 2.
You saw all those videos.
I watched every one of them, and I'm still going to play them because, you know, one, they're a little bit graphic, but it lends more credibility to your story and shares way more details to what happened when you basically, after you got the drink and you blacked out and then you woke up with Aaron inside you and then you tried to stumble to the door.
Oh, yes, I stumbled to the door and then KP came in and KP was trying to say, Aaron was forcing me
force you to give oral, which made you snap out of it and try to escape.
Yes.
And guys, when we're still
and they try. I don't know if I said this. They had made me put on a bikini to take pictures to send to Big Sean.
You did say that. You did say that. You said that, like, oh yeah, we want to see what you look like right now, because you told them, say, hey, well, go to my Instagram. That's what my body looks like.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we want pictures now. And then
he said he's on the phone. He's messaging me right now, and he showed me something on his phone, like as if, and I was like, oh fuck, Big Sean like wants to, like they're just like basically locking in people. So I was like, okay. And I had just come from a pool party. So I had my bathing suit because I was wearing sweatpants. Like I had baggy sweats on and everything. Even before I came over, I was like, I'm just like wearing sweats and stuff. I'm just came in and he was like, no, it's fine. It's chill. I just want to introduce you. Like there's some big players here.
Guys, let me tell you this. She signed the NDA. It doesn't matter if you sign an NDA if a crime occurred. You break that voids the NDA, guys.
NDAs doesn't mean anything.
You can't grape someone and be like, hey, you signed the NDA. Don't say I graped you.
It's actually a scare tactic because a lot of people think that just means you can never say anything because they'll put big dollar amounts and stuff in the contract, but it doesn't. So that's why I'm a big advocate. I didn't want to make my whole personality about being raped. Like a big thing for me is I think the fact that a lot of women turn to drugs or alcohol or become sex workers. And by the way, I have no judgment on any of those things. I have friends all over in all pockets, right? And also I understand exactly the pipeline of how that happens. But one thing for me is I think I was so just tunnel vision on not letting that destroy me and building my own lane and building my own career and making my own lane. That I kept it didn't, if anything, I don't know. I think the trauma fucked me up psychologically so much that I was like, I have to outdo what has been done. And so I made my life. I think that's why I live so hard and live and love so hard and unapologetically is because I think that is not even a question. That was the worst thing that I've ever experienced. And I would want that experience on nobody. It destroyed me so much that I was like, I'm still alive. So what the fuck now? What am I going to, you know what I mean? So I had to take it to make it not my identity, but to own my story enough to like live for me, if that makes sense, and not.
Yeah. You don't want to, you don't want to let that define who you are. It's just a part of your story.
Yeah. But I also want to acknowledge it and not let because I didn't do it for that. I didn't do it for a while. And and also I know it's a sensitive topic, but people that have been abused, like it sits there. We compartmentalize it. We pretend like it didn't happen. There's so many different, like systems that we set up to protect ourselves and to still continue to be happy. But it's still, the trauma still sits in your body. So that's why I found the balance between like not letting it just fester in my body and just owning it. And getting educated helped me a lot, because I think that like a lot of like literally just like reading the laws, reading things and being like, that helped me a lot. So I always tell survivors or anybody, I'm like, know your rights.
Yeah. Now they're watching right now. No, like my viewership is up. And I can always tell, like, when the viewership jumps a bit higher, I imagine, fake Will Smith manager. I imagine he's watching right now.
Oh, that's embarrassing for him.
I imagine that KP is watching right now because your story did go viral. Like I think Yahoo News picked it up.
What?
Yeah, Yahoo picked it up. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, I got like a research team who brought it to my attention. Give me a second. I could try to actually bring up that article. Cayenne, if you in the chat, could you add it to me, please? I know you brought it to my attention already. And yet, shout out to everyone who followed Aaron Coney when I said, hey, he's about to go private. Cayenne, you still in the chat? Or maybe Melissa? Oh, here we go. I found it. A second.
So is your audience like just because I think we just met today. Are you guys like advocates or have all been through some things or super fan or what? I guess like, how would you say like, what is it that you feel is important to you about these stories that you want to make known to the public? Like, what is it
for me?
The mission? Yeah.
I've been trying to expose this ever since it was brought to my attention. That one. So the thing, it really started with Sky Frank. Hold on, I'll show you. We can go through story mode so you could have a visual reference. It started with Sky. Now, she has a history of scamming fans, but she also, once this audio came out of her father, may he rest in peace, saying, hey, I know Blake Foster slept with my daughter when she was 16. Now, that audio was from 2017. Then come 2020, more audio comes out where I guess he reunited with Sky.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, hey, I got the confirmation that Aaron, Blake, and Kenny all had sex with my daughter.
I remember you sent me that.
And he was like, you could tell he was defeated. And you know this because he's like, hey, here, I'll play it for, maybe we got some new people in the audience right here. I'll play it for you guys.
She told me about Blake, Aaron. I saw the proof that they pretty much fucked her, like all of them in one night. And I knew a lot of things. I blocked Blake. I read all her texts and saw her own stuff. There's a lot of things she was telling me that was true that I just didn't think.
And if you're gonna keep making YouTube videos about me, whoop-dee-doo!
And Blake, I just don't like Blake. And if Blake starts shit, he's gonna go down with that Sky shit. And if he's like, oh, I'm not doing it, take a lie detector test, bud. Here's 400. Prove to the world, Blake, that you didn't have sex with my daughter at 16. Do it. I'll call them out. He ain't got shit on me.
Whoop-dee-doo!
I have an older daughter who's 18, and between me and you, everyone's saying he had sex with her, so I'm really upset about that as well.
So he knew about it, and this made me just.
So this guy's a pedophile.
Yeah. In my opinion, yeah, because like her
Well,
best
16 is a child, a literal child. She was a
Yes.
child. She was a
Yes.
child. Like, she didn't even have the capacity to know what the fuck is even going on.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Like, she's a child. She's a child. That's not an argument. Anybody doing that is a pedophile. That's not even a question. That's not for debate in my world.
I agree, but the funny part is she's defending this. She is
Yeah, but I believe that that's probably because she has been groomed since she was a child. She, like, I don't know. That's a very sad story. That's very, very sad. Or also, we don't know the. I don't want to get messy, but I'm just saying we don't know the intricacies of what her trauma looks like and what her support system looks like that, and what her income looks like, or where her money is coming from. Like, if that happened and she's been with these people since she was a child, she could very well just be trapped by abusers. Like,
yeah,
that's how a lot of sex workers end up as sex workers for their whole life. Is they have a pimp and they're trapped. Like, it's a very dangerous. Yeah. It's another topic. It's like a whole podcast in itself. You know. I
agree. So after that came forward, it aligns with this video right here where you see HollywoodKp, I believe, rubbing on her. I believe she was 16 at the time.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It's a little chilly. I'm gonna go grab my food. I'll be right back. What word?
That's funny.
What?
That's my dad.
Oh,
wait.
The green.
Yeah, that's
what
her.
year is this?
2016, she 16? 2017. You know,
I need that video immediately. If you can send that to me.
It's in your DMs.
Okay.
Girl, shut up. You crazy.
I'm not playing. I'm serious.
Tommy.
Yes.
Jason David Frank.
Yes.
Green to the white to the red to the red to the black.
Yes. Look.
He's gone, but she proves like, yeah, the Green Ranger's my dad. Now, she was estranged for him for a while. Let's let it continue.
So he...
I'll be right back.
So she's about to get into a bikini.
That's my hero. I used to watch him every day. I can't do it. It's wrong. It's wrong. You worship him. He is...
So, where were we?
Now...
So he was exploiting her, making her make videos when she was a child.
Now, the tricky thing is the word make. I'm not going to say he made her do it.
No. But when I say the word make,
she chose to more than likely.
How old was she?
I think 16, but she'll come out and say she was 18. She'll come out and say, no, everything was consensual. It didn't happen. Now, there were like some...
That's really sad. That's really, really sad.
I agree, right?
This is why people like KP, I will need to be locked up, because he grooms the absolute most vulnerable. Like, that he met me at my lowest of lows. I was mid a divorce. I was just moved to LA, knew nobody, like literally was trying to start my life over as a grown ass woman that like didn't know anybody in a new city, in a new industry where I knew nothing. And he preys on the absolute most, like the ones that are like just easy to prey on, like, and he grooms them. He tried to get me to do OnlyFans. He tried to groom me into doing OnlyFans. And if I'll be honest, like, I totally understand why he succeeds in grooming women to do it. Because even the way he framed it was logical. Like, I was like, I could very easily see how I could have done that. And I'm glad that I just have had a very firm, like, decision within myself of how I feel about it. And I just didn't want to do that. But if I had done that and then I had income tied to him, like, that would have been such a nightmare to come back from after, like, if he, like, from when he raped me, if do you see what I'm saying? Like the way that it's so strategic and so sinister, the way that these predators do this. And yeah, I mean, this girl's grown now. It's very sad from a outside perspective when I can see all kind of all pieces on the chessboard, if that makes sense. Like at a distance.
Hindsight is 20/20.
And especially as a woman who's also been through what I went through and knows how he is. Yeah, that's
so
rough.
Here's the thing, right? Jason David Frank. This is an email from Blake Foster, this guy right here. So Blake Foster emails the father and he's like, look, Jason, honestly, what the F, bro? What kills me is whatever you hear from your trusted sources for a fact without talking to me first. So he's hearing people like, yo, you banged my daughter. I've known you for how long? Like, come on, dude, straight up. I would never come at you or your film. Honest to God, I never had anything to do with Sky or making that comedy sketch. Yes, I know Kenny, which is your Kenny, or not your Kenny, but
I'm sorry, abuser Kenny
is Kenny, but I only see him occasionally. If something is going on with your daughter and whoever, I have no knowledge in nor parts of. I'm not that guy. So this is him like, look, I don't know nothing about it. But then her best friend was like, yeah, that's the guy that she said she was banging, Blake Foster. And they looked them up on the internet. It was like a whole big, like her ex best friend was like, yep, that's him. I remember him. He used to pick her up.
Well, that's disgusting, but sorry, I've just been eating this mango.
It's fine.
So I think that piece of information is important, even as like a tip, you know what I mean, of something to further investigate that Aaron Coney raped a 16-year-old. That's a very profound alleged statement, you know?
Yeah. Now here is wherethebuzz.com woman. This is you.
Yeah. That's me in South Africa. That's so random. What is this?
This is Where the Buzz. So we go down.
What is this? What does the headline say?
Woman goes public with grape allegations against LA casting director. I refuse to let my voice be silenced. And we could read the story. A woman on the public social media with the allegations a man drugged and raped her 5 years ago. She alleged that Los Angeles-based casting director is under investigation. Ariel Lindsay released her allegations in a public Instagram video on Cinco de Mayo. She said she was attacked on May 5th, 2020 by two individuals that had invited her to a business meeting. They quote you, I was invited over for what this casting director called a business meeting. It wasn't that. They proceeded to drug me and take turns. They share your video, which I see they marked it as sensitive content because someone likely reported it.
Yeah.
But they still posted it. She explained that in the new LA in the entertainment world at the time, she was attacked. Lindsay revealed that the perpetrators was Kenny Pettis. So they name him, whose alias are KP Hollywood and KP Cinematic. She alleged that the individual is a registered sex offender and is currently under investigation. The second person who attacked her is only known as Aaron. It's not the first time Lindsay made allegations in public. Her statement led to her appearance on Lisa Phillips' podcast, where the latter is a survivor of Jeffrey Epstein. Lindsay claims to have connected with other women through the podcast who claim the same perpetrators sexually abused them. More quotes from you. The discovery, Pettis was unresponsive when contacted on the issue. Wow. So they reached out to him.
Why wouldn't they reach out to me?
I don't know. I mean, maybe you said everything, but the website is called Where the Buzz. Okay. So I don't know if more people pick this up, but my hopes is you coming forward, more women will be willing to come forward, say his name, show his face, and just alert the community, because sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire, guys.
There's always fire, but there's smoke.
And like you just coming forward maybe that story gets brushed under the rug, but when I was able to link it to Sky's story, and I was able to link it to the other woman's story who said, yeah, KP drugged and raped me too when I was 18. So now I got 3 people on the record with the story, plus the other person who said, yeah, the dark skinned guy and KP did this to me 2 years ago. So now you got 4 allegations.
Well, mind you, I only shared what you're sharing is only what I put on my story out of the entire document that I have of 15 girls that have all shared very, very similar stories or something like that. Or my friend was raped or I was raped when I was 18. Like there's so many and they're all very similar to the ones that you shared. So it's dark.
That's very alarming because one,
I went with a couple of them to the cops before I when I first went public about this and on Instagram for the first time in 2024. Because I used to talk about it on TikTok and I just never had the strength to do it on Instagram because I knew Instagram was like another can of worms because that's where the industry mainly lives. Yes. And so when I did in 2024, it like stirred a pot. But that's when I think the first, 6 or 7 girls came forward. And then on and off, I would sometimes mention it. And every time I would speak about it, there would be another one and it would come up. And one girl contacted me completely randomly. And she was like, she had searched his name one day randomly on Google because she just remembered what had happened to her. And she just felt like crazy and wanted to like just see what he was up to. And then my thing popped up. And then she reached out to me and she was like, oh my God, I think he trafficked me. And anyway, so
let's talk about that. So from the interviews, guys, when she say he trafficked me, what does that mean? That means from one location.
You're explaining. I thought you were asking me.
I'm going to explain it.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
It's when you take someone from one location to another location. Now, if you roofie them at the location 1 and you take them to location 2, in my opinion, that's trafficking because the second woman who came forward, she's like, yeah, I don't remember what happened when we were with his friends.
But you don't have to be drugged to be trafficked.
That's also true.
Like, I'm just saying, if you check the legal definition of what it means to be sex trafficked, like if someone says, look, would you actually maybe just pull that up specifically for California, because this is where he operates out of. Sometimes jurisdictions have different definitions slightly. Yeah, because what ends up his mode and his patterns that can all be cross-verified by so many girls, like so many. And it's interesting because none of us have anything in common except for this one thing. The common denominator of this whole, like, all this web of women now is all, like, KP is at the center of it as the assaulter.
Hey, it's crazy. I got this booking for you. So here's the definition of it. Per the California Penal Code, is the unlawful act of recruiting, harboring, transporting, or obtaining a person for labor or sexual exploitation. So there is your California human trafficking law. Now, the thing is, what I was going to say is, what about the women that Aaron represents? Like he tries to get these women bookings.
Oh, no! I would love to.
You may have seen these people.
I haven't, but I will reach out to them because they are not safe to work with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's other people. Like I know he books for these, for her and her. But yeah, what happened when you're dealing with this fraudulent guy? And Kenny is he puts pretty much anyone he's ever interacted with on his Hustle Matters page and says, hey, this is the Hustle Matter talent. Reach out to me for booking. And some of
Wait, is that Aaron's brand?
Yeah, that's his management company, Hustle Matters.
So one of the girls who, like all of these names I'm keeping private, but one of the girls had been told to come over to tape for a shoot and they'd I think drugged her or something and then put her in a t-shirt. And then while she was drugged, we're taking pictures of her like inappropriately. with this Hustle Matters shirt on. I didn't realize that that was his brand because she said the brand name in the DM or in the message.
Yeah.
And the next morning she was like, what, like delete the pictures. And she made him delete the pictures, but it was like very inappropriate pictures of like, you know, her like body while she was drugged.
Yeah. So here's his Hustle Matters talent page. And what these booking agents do is typically put anyone and their mama on there. And as you see Blake Foster there. And they say, hey, I could book for them because most of these, you know, the people that go to conventions are just trying to get paid.
Yeah.
And if you, even me, I could be like, oh yeah, I got a deal for you, such and such. Give me 10% of the talent fee.
I see.
That's usually how it works.
Well, I wonder how these people would feel to know that they are being managed by a rapist.
Yeah, and you see how that picture with Big Sean and Will Smith is all over his business page. What do you guys think that will do to an 18-year-old woman thinking she's about to meet Will Smith or be on a photo shoot or something type of video with Big Sean? This lends
honestly,
to
if anything, this is like, this makes them look bad. Like this makes those people look bad.
Oh,
and the more that KP talks about and uses these celebrities, I'm not sure how KP and Aaron have not been sued by these bigger celebrities yet, because it makes them all look like they're just a bunch of rapists. Like, do you know what I'm saying? When the way that they do this, their mode, their pattern, their operation is very messy, but also it's crazy because it makes it look like the reputation of these guys is that they're connected.
Well, you know, you think Big Sean knows he's on his website? Probably. You think Will Smith is like, oh yeah, you think Will Smith knows he's on the Hustle Matters entertainment website?
That's insane.
Do you think he know? They don't know that. So you say meet the team. You're like, oh yeah, look at the most famous people I ever took a picture with. Our creative team, Rampage Jackson there. You see all this family, women in Hustle Matter products, men in Hustle Matter products. Contact us.
Wait, can I scroll down a little bit? I was just seeing if I know that blonde girl. No. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now the crazy thing is, if we come back out tomorrow or a week from now and you see this picture gone, you know why.
No, but I need screenshots of all of this.
I'll send you the
because that's the only thing that's like we need it while it's here. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, this video is being recorded. It'll get clipped and uploaded tomorrow to YouTube. So
okay, amazing. Good point.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
and I usually do follow up on these stories, so I'll go back to the website and see if the Big Sean Will Smith picture is still up there. And you never know.
When all of this goes to court, would you be, if necessary, as someone, if we need?
Oh, hell yeah. I'll testify against these guys. These guys doxed me way before. Like Blake Foster doxed me, harassed me in real life, all sorts of things. I'm willing to be at your beck and call. I'll fly out there. I'll testify. I'll take the stance. I'll put them out. I'll say everything I know to be true or all the information I received.
You know what I appreciate about you, and that is something that I'm an advocate for, is that is just being an advocate for like literally what is right and what the truth is. Like it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Like it's just what's right and what's the truth. It's honestly a lot. It's very simple. And it's so crazy that like when I moved out to LA, I had I grew up in a very safe environment. I had I was raised well, I have a big loving family. So I never was like taught how to be raped. I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I moved to LA and got into these situations. Right. So when I just feel like as a person that's, hold on. Guys, it's late. I just forgot what I was saying in the middle of my train of thought.
Yeah,
I've been on calls all day with survivors, but I really
no one knows. There's no rule book. Hey guys, if you get raped 101, this is what you need to do. Because I was to law
nobody
enforcement about
nobody knows.
your
I didn't know what a rape
situation?
kit was until like months later. And if I knew what it was, I would have gone and done it immediately and had DNA, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. And all these women also after me wouldn't have been raped as well. But like, I didn't know, because nobody teaches you how to be raped, because you don't think like, oh, like just in case I get raped, especially when you're raised like, especially because of like, I'm grateful that I came from a good family. But then, and also like, I have brothers, and my brothers always had their friends over, and their friends were like good people. Like, I grew up with always like teenage boys in the house, and they were like my sister and I, they were like our protectors. And even at school, if my brother wasn't around, I knew I could ask one of my brother's friends and they would protect us. So it was just so interesting to grow up like that. So I never had that like, I don't know. I just felt safe around the men that I grew up with. Not all of them. Of course, there was like assholes and bullies and stuff like that. But in that regard, like, it just wasn't, I wasn't vigilant in that way. And I was also extremely vulnerable and naive, of course.
Yeah. I watched your whole interview. And I actually spoke to someone in law enforcement. So for any women who get out there and you don't go to the police right away, take your clothes and put them in a cardboard box. And why do I say a cardboard box? Because it's breathable. If you put it in a plastic bag, mold can get in there. It can get contaminated. But if you put your clothes in a cardboard box or a paper bag, it's breathable and it will preserve any DNA evidence. Number two, obviously, if you have the capacity, go get a grape kit. Don't take a shower, things like that. But no one is thinking like, oh my God, I just got graped. Well, what do I do? You're probably traumatized.
The first thing you want to do, by the way, is take a shower.
To get it
and
off
just
you.
like literally die, not to be dramatic, but like,
yes. And they also have this thing called like, if you can, it's like sexual organ identification. And this comes in play, and someone's actually convicted of this. If someone says they never had sex with you, and you can say, well, no, yeah, you did. I can describe what your sexual organ looks like. It has this distinct curve, a blemish here or a blemish there. And they could take that testimony and use that, and maybe 12 people will find you to be a credible witness.
Oh, wow.
That's happened to at least one person. Answer, are you in the chat right now?
That's crazy.
That's our resident law enforcement advisor.
Wow.
I'm not sure if he's in the chat right now. But what would,
if you have been, if you've been drugged though, that's not helpful, but
yeah, I think the Rufinol, let me see. I think it, I
still don't know today what drug it was. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever know, but, I know that when I woke up, I had never experienced that sensation of having my mouth that dry before, ever. Like, and I've drank myself, like, I've had my fair share of partying, like, but I don't, it was weird.
So, I'll put this on the screen, but it's saying that Rufinol stays in your system up to 5 days. So you got 5 days. Rufinol is often referred to as a date rape drug. Urine testing may detect Rufinol up to 5 days after your last dose was taken. There we go. As a date rape drug, GHB sedates victims to the point where they're not able to resist SA. So you got GHB and Rufinols that can be used. I
know there's a few others. There's actually a lot, but I know that those are I think
like the big two,
some of the main ones that are popular. Yeah.
All right. My man Answer is in the chat. Answer, if you want to chime in on just type in the chat what women should do who have been assaulted, if they don't go to the police right away. And what would you say to Aaron and KP, right? Because, based on my audience size, they're watching, right? And if they're not watching, I promise you, with everything I love and know to be true, that his clients, these women right here, she's watching for sure, because I call these women out time and time again because they continue to support people like Blake Foster, who they'll say that there's their brother, but now you have a woman coming forward who I find to be very credible, and other women with allegations against their quote unquote booking agent. I want to see how they're going to respond.
The day after this happened, I sent a message to Aaron, and I said, "What happened last night?" I sent him a DM on Instagram because I was fucked up and distraught and trying to put pieces together. And over the years, I would message KP and I would try to confront him. Like I would try to, it's insane, like that I was trying to reason with a rapist, because I don't think he has an iota of empathy in him, unfortunately. And so I don't think you can reason with somebody like that, because he has it so, I think he has his sinister, like, behavior so incredibly well justified in his mind that I genuinely think he literally believes that he can do no wrong, which is the scary part, right? So I tried to reason with him. I would be like, KP, you did this to me. You need to take responsibility. You need to, like, I literally would be like, you need to apologize for raping me. You did this to me. Like, and he would read my text because he had read receipts on. And
yeah, I saw you say that in the interview. I was like, I mean,
like, it was crazy. Like, he would literally see, I would send him, I found this TikTok and this guy is like, he was like talking about how, like, if a woman's been drinking or if anybody's been drinking and like how that's also rape. And I like sent him that. And I was just like, you raped me, like, basically safe. I was literally just like, say something, like, say fucking sorry. Like, and then I also said, which is very interesting, when I posted a video that was an open letter to my rapist.
I got
2
that.
years ago.
I was gonna end the stream with that if you didn't come up, but
oh, okay. Well, I said this in that I said, it's really weird that you still fall, like, I didn't say these, I said, you haven't even blocked me yet, which is weird. And then I said, but it probably if you did block me, it would be an admission of guilt. And then guess what? He blocked me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the question is, if he would have admitted, right? If he said, you know what, Ariel, I'm so sorry for what I did. And you know, there's nothing I could do to take back the decision I made, but I'm truly sorry about it. What do you think you would have still came forward in with, I would say, such consistency, like every May? Hey, I just want to remind you, you know, what KP did like 4 years ago. Do you think that would have brought you any like peace or solace, if you will, if you would have just admitted it?
It's such an interesting timeline to even try to pretend to envision, when the reality of the type of person he is and has been for the last like 10 years, because some of these girls have gone back to 2014, some of the survivors I'm talking to. So it's maybe years ago I would have responded to that question differently. And I would have been like, fuck, I can have my closure and sanity to know that you did this to me. But I know that is not, it's a hard question to answer, because no, I'm sorry, he did so much the amount of women's lives that he has absolutely fucking destroyed or completely altered the trajectory of, it is not, there's not an ounce of I am probably one of the most compassionate, empathetic people where I'm just like, oh, chances for you. No, when it comes to this type of shit, I'm really done. I'm like full on protector mode. I'm full on like whatever I need to do to protect women and or just anybody who's been a victim, because this happens to men too. And I always also like to not leave out men, because I have male friends that have also been literally raped or taken it in all kinds of things. So it's literally not just men. But I don't feel the same way. And I don't think I could say, I don't even think I could give a solid answer, because he fucking could never, he could never. like the amount of fuckery that man has to do with how sick he is so much that just an admission would be like, it would be like, this would be like a microcosm and like a macrocosm. But when I was married and my ex cheated on me, my ex-husband, and I forgave him and felt closure, and then we continued, and then what happened? He cheated on me again. So it's like, do you see? And I'm just giving like a very, very small, minute example of the type of person that KP is. And it would just be like, no, he would just go and do it again. So no, you can fucking remove yourself from society until you fix whatever is going on up here, you know?
Now, okay, I get that. He's done too much damage. Now,
he's done too much damage. He's hurt too many women.
Do you think with you coming forward, being so vocal about it, have you received any backlash outside of the people in the chat who I saw like, she's lying, all that,
Are there people in your chat saying that now?
Oh, none in my chat, but I'm saying like in your,
I was like, oh shit. I can't see your comment sections.
In your post, there were plenty of guys in there. I mean, you went pretty viral. I saw like over 180,000 views.
Yeah.
Last time I checked. Have you received any career backlash for calling him out?
So I've been, it's like more of a loaded question. I have been publicly talking about my sexual assault since it happened. And so since I came forward, right? So that would be 2022. So that's the last 4 years. So I have already, like, I think anything that would have been a setback for me career-wise, that has already been happening, if that makes sense, because I've already been vocal about these things, and you can already find it on my page. And so I do think over the years, like I would be delusional to say that this hasn't had an impact. 100% it has, because my platform, like my social media, that's my portfolio. So then like anytime this would come up, it would like pause brand deals or pause like partnerships in the way that like, because it just, and it's not that they wouldn't support, it's just that it doesn't like make sense or something for a brand. There's a lot of other nuances to that as well, because being in the industry in LA, especially, like everybody kind of knows each other. Yes. And people talk. And so I'm sure people have talked behind closed doors about me in negative ways. I'm sure there's rumors about me. Like, I'm sure he has passed on rumors to people that don't know me that maybe think whatever they want to think about me. I know that the truth will come out, so I don't care. And I'm a very resilient person. So I have, like I said earlier, I was like, I'm going to make my own lane. I'm going to make my own lane regardless. But 100%, being in, like, talking about this stuff online has definitely made, I've had to get very creative as far as how to navigate my career because of the circumstances, and because I feel because I have a platform. I already had 1 million followers on TikTok. Like,
I see that. Yeah.
Before I ever spoke up about anything regarding being sexually assaulted. The first thing that went viral was when I was assaulted in Vegas, and that video had like 26 million views, and then that whole thing. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the cops, because I proved to myself that if you fight for justice, you can get it, because I got justice on that thing that happened. And so because of that, that's what made me go to the cops. Like, I inspired myself to go to the cops. I was like, bitch, we have to do this. Like, I don't have an option. And also at that point, that video was already so viral. I was already all over the news, Inside Edition and everything. And I was like, yo, and that was a sponsored trip too. So the brand like didn't fucking talk to me. I lost friends. The girl that invited me on the brand trip unfollowed me after that. So yes, financial hits, yes. Career hits, yes. But alignment, yeah,
there we go right there.
Yeah. Crazy times.
Yeah.
It had like 26 million views or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, I see the 26 million, and he ended up getting convicted. And there was something else I wanted to bring up. KP not being on the sexual offender registry. Could you touch on that? Because we've seen that before in my audience.
Yeah.
The son of Jason David Frank was a convicted sex offender. And I think it was part of his plea agreement where he's not on a list, but he has to notify the police when he moves and everything. So,
that's so messed up, because isn't the point to keep the public safe? Like, that's so weird, right? So when my detective at the time on my case, which was in 2022, that was like one of the first things I found out, is that she told me that once they confirmed identity, this, that, and the other thing, she told me he's a registered sex offender. And I was like, and then she couldn't tell me why. I was like, oh, so there's someone before me. And she was like, yes, but I can't give you details. And I was like, can you tell me anything? And she was like, no. And I was like, please. I was like, something. And she couldn't tell me anything. And I was like, cool. So then I was like, okay, where can I find that? I wanted to take a screenshot of it. I wanted to see with my own eyes, because she 100% confirmed, said that it was down there. And I was like, where can I find it? She said, she said to just check the website, wherever, like the Megan's Law thing or something. So I checked what she told me to, and I couldn't find his name. I checked all of his names, and I was like, is he under a different name? I asked her to send me like his legal names. Couldn't find him anywhere. And I was like, he's not on there. Why is he not on there? And she was like, oh, really? She thought it was odd, but then she couldn't give me an answer. And she was like, well, he's definitely it's in his file, and he's definitely in the system. Sometimes there's reasons for that, but I can't really, like, she could not give me an answer. And as the survivor, the victim, or whatever in the situation, that's so frustrating, because I'm like, okay, cool. But whatever the case may be, I'm not sure. Because I did have some people ask me, because when they hear me say that, they're like, where? And I have to like reiterate this, that I'm like, I don't know, ask my detective. But like,
yeah, I tried finding his criminal record. I mean, I saw he lived in Detroit. Maybe it happened in Detroit. That got him on the list. And sometimes they'll say you have to be on the list for like 10 years, and then you're off the list.
So he's been a creep, possibly. Like, this is like, he's got like,
yeah. And law enforcement in the chat said, watch out for Molly, guys. Molly is also used to incapacitate women for sex.
Yeah, I've heard that. Thank you.
If there was protection used and you still have it, save it in a paper bag as well. If you have a diaphragm, remove it and place it in a paper bag. All good suggestions. I know one of my female mods, she said, there are strips that you could purchase on, it's not an endorsement or anything like that, but
yeah,
strips you could take or whatever. But
for what?
There's strips you dip into drinks.
Which tests what? What is it doing? Is it checking if it's been tampered with? Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
that's interesting.
Spike test capsule, neon pink, clinically. Hold on, I'm about to put the page up for you. Give me 1 second, guys. Stream prep. All right. I don't know if this product works or whatever. Hold on. But it is something you guys can look at. Drink Angel, test for GHB, ketamine, cocaine, scopolamine, and other amine-based drugs. This is what they use to, incapacitate people. And it happens to men primarily, shout out to all the passport bros going to Colombia to, for cheap sexual tourism. The women will drug them in and rob them. So, you have that. In some instances, the men actually die. So
crazy.
There's that.
Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in.
Let's just wrap it up. Any advice you have for women to be safe Because, you know, like guys like Kenny is going to prey on the young, the uninitiated, the people who don't know how. And it seems like Aaron Coney is just going to be along for the ride. So what advice would you give to young women going to LA with, you know, nothing in their pockets, dreams of being a star to watch out for?
The question makes me like so sad. Sorry. I think I would say like because it makes me think of like, because I'm a different person now, so it also like makes me think of like, what would I also say to myself? Like, what could have I had said to myself? Like, because I think about that, or I've thought about that over the years. I think we all have, and when anyone who's been through something like this, of like, what would I have told myself? And I think that a lot of things, but to start, I would definitely say like, fuck. I mean, it's so much easier said than done. Like, make sure you have good friends. Like, I thought I had good friends. I didn't really like ones that really look out for you. But you have to like really, at the end of the day, you have yourself. So check referrals, like check, like research people, and don't just like research online. Like, don't just see what they've put on Instagram, because Instagram, whatever, anybody can put fucking anything, you know, on the internet. So see who, like, talk to people that have actually met the person and worked with the person, and find out about their character. And I would, you know what I mean? And I think also, I mean, just about LA in general, LA is like, it's a whole beast, right? And it's a city of all kinds of people where people come to start over. And like some people, and KP could be one of them. He could have had whatever happened in his hometown and tried to start over, but he's just maybe bringing his patterns here. Like, I don't know if he's done that over there and now he just does it here. Like, who knows? But the more that you know yourself and like know who you are, what your morals are, what your boundaries are, what like when to say no and know how to say no. Yeah, because I could give you all like the industry tricks and stuff like that, but I think just more of like a mindset in a person of and having discernment. I think practicing discernment, practicing listening to your intuition, and yeah, I think that just doing your research but I don't know. I think hopefully that's helpful.
In your interview, you said, be firm when you say no. Be stern when you say no, because he offered you a drink and you said no at first and he kept offering and you eventually said yes. In the interview you did with the one when you said with Lisa, you was like, yeah, you need to be stern when you say no, stick to it.
Yeah, you need to, like, now, none of this shit could remotely even happen to me now. Like, I am a fucking, like nobody can fuck with me now. And it's so, and it's empowering, but like, I don't even hesitate before I'll say like, oh no, or like, I can tell already that I'm like, oh, I do not want to work with this person. There's something off. Like, my intuition is so different and so like tuned in. What I was struggling to answer your question with was how to kind of like close the gap on how long that journey takes to get to that point, and also by reducing, like, not without having to go through all the trauma and stuff like that to get to that point where you're like, okay, now I'm so savvy and strong and this and that. Like, because you talked about it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You talked about it in your interviews, like, oh yeah, you know, the person I was back then was kind of like go along to get along. Something to that effect you said in your interview at least. So you was like, oh, I was just this type of, oh, well, okay. The agreeable, more agreeable.
Yeah, I was more of agreeable. I was I was very naive, and and again, like what I said, I grew up in a safe community. I genuinely didn't understand how evil people could be because I had not firsthand experienced it. I thought people were good. I was like, if you say that you worked with Will Smith, I would believe you. Like that, how insane and naive is that? But that was how I thought.
Yeah.
And then also because I was so excited to be in LA and I was like, I can do anything. I was like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I would be like, yes, opportunity. That sounds like an opportunity. I'm going to go for it because like, I'm going to go for it. So I have that same mentality now, but like completely 180'd, if that makes sense, with my boundaries. And like, I'm still like, oh, I'm going to go for it. But now I know how to go for it instead of just being like, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And say yes to everything. No, don't do that. Learn how to say no. Oh my God, learn how to say no. I love saying no.
Yeah. No, it'll get you out of a lot of things. I mean, another thing is, guys, I know a lot of men probably not going to like this. You know, you always assume that the other girl there is a cock blocker, but women, take your friend with you.
Oh my God, do not go anywhere by your, like, don't.
Exactly. You know, sure, you could probably, they could probably get away with drugging one person, but two is probably going to be a little bit more challenging. That's another witness to, maybe that person doesn't drink and they're going to say no matter what. So they're going to be sober the whole time and say, hey, where's my friend at? Where's she at? We got to go, girl. It's time for us to go. We got to go back. Things like that. So, me as a father to a daughter.
Oh, you have a daughter.
I do. She's 6. She's upstairs asleep. We got ballet tryouts tomorrow, taekwondo after. And so it's just
he's a girl dad.
I am a girl dad. And
is that kind of why you're passionate about this?
And yeah, and I know someone who was SA'd and they didn't go to the cops right away because they were scared.
Yeah. I mean, I took 2 years to go. And then I didn't go right away. Like, it's fucking terrifying.
Once they went, everything started just coming out. It was just a treasure trove. Why they were scared to go came out.
Yeah.
And it literally shocked a lot of people because you never expect it to happen to someone right under people's noses.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell my daughter, hey, take your friend with you. Don't go nowhere by yourself.
Don't. And like, I also think it was complicated because it was quarantine had just started. So it was like, and it's LA. So it's not unusual, especially in like the industry, for people to also have their studios at their homes and like have people over at the studio. So that's how he made it sound like, but never meet somebody at their home, like in public, daytime, where there's lots of people. Bring your friend, share your location, say no, research people, get referrals, do background checks on them, like all that shit, especially in LA, because LA is the land of scam artists and like smoke and mirrors, and nothing is as it seems in LA. And that's just how that city is. It's just the nature of the city. And so you have to be so sharp and certain of yourself, and you have to trust yourself, I think, to make it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any last words, Ariel? This has been great. I wasn't expecting this, but this has been great.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being an advocate and being a supporter, and just thank you for being an advocate. I think that's, people like you are very important, and especially, and I know some people might not like this, but we need more men in our corner to say this is fucked up and this is not okay, and justice needs to be served. You know what I mean? Like, it would help so much if more men started saying, we're not okay with this. Knock it off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will not be silenced, and I will continue to share my truth until justice is served for myself and every other survivor out there. And I stand by that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ariel, for coming up. I appreciate you. We'll
Thank
be in
you.
contact for updates. And if other women want to come forward, feel free to reach out or go to Ariel. I feel like she has it down packed. And if she sends you my way, cool. But talk to Ariel first. Link to all her socials will be in the description. Like, share, subscribe, hype. See you next video. Peace.
Bye.
All right, Ariel. Thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you.
All right,
bye, guys.
Bye. Yo, that was fucking great, wasn't it? I had no idea she was going to come up, but I think she did a phenomenal job. Now, the crazy thing is I'm tapped. I'm tapped out, dog. I'm tapped out. We'll probably have to continue this tomorrow. She was great. Y'all liked her? That's great, man. I had no idea we was about to get that. You know, the crazy thing is, with YouTube censorship, I have to literally go through and delete every time she said rape. If we wanted to get reach and not age restricted, I got to delete every time she said rape. And, you know, people make it a point to say it on the internet. So you're not saying grape. But it's going to be challenging to get monetized and stay monetized. And, you know, you would think like, well, you're trying to make money off of it. Well, the thing is, if it's not monetized, YouTube won't push it through the algorithm. They'll smack the video down. So it's not necessarily more about getting monetized, but it's more about aligning with YouTube's monetization program, because they want to make money off of every piece of content uploaded. So if YouTube is like, oh, we can't make no money off this content because advertisers don't want to advertise where someone's saying grape, then we're not going to promote that video. You see how it works? It's like but the internet censorship sucks. Yeah, it does. Or I have to say self-deletion and all this other stuff. But we got like 2 clips. And I'm pretty sure Aaron Coney and whatchamacallit, whatever KP is, check out AutoCut. Pretty sure there's a way to auto censor words in a few minutes. AutoCut. That's like a... Oh man, I was supposed to go on that stream. All right, so there you have it. Power Ranger manager and friend accused of SA. Accused of SA. Multiple women come forward. Like, we haven't got to everything, so I'll probably stream tomorrow. I don't know what time. I mean, I got to check the NBA schedule. Got to see how I'm feeling. Ariel is beautiful and brave. Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, I agree. YouTube is agree. What did y'all think? Like, I know it was like different than my normal stuff, man.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
Shout out to the Knicks for what? What are the Knicks doing, dog? They fucking suck, right? Let me see. The Knicks. Oh, they won. Oh shit, they're up 3-0? Get the hell out of here, dog. What? Bring out the broom. Yo, Jalen, what is it, man? Jalen Brunson, tampering ass. You think I forgot about Jalen Brunson with the tampering contract that he got or whatever? Yeah, dog, y'all some fucking cheats. I like it when you do a highbrow 60-minute type ish. Well, you know, the thing is, I would do more of it if people would come forward. But like, you have to remember, like, let's just go through it. Because I know this fool Aaron Coney watching. Remember I used to call that ninja darkness? Like darkness. Or some Eddie Murphy type shit. Like, I would do more of it if more people would come forward. But if people don't come forward, What can I do? And y'all know I am Mr. Anti-believe all women. But when I saw like 3 stories, I was like, bro, how can I say I don't believe it when you got 3 different stories? Like, you know, what happens is like, you know, I'll be crass. Ugly ninjas got to do what they got to do to try to get by, dog. That's just what it is. Me, I'm going to say I'm ugly. I think I'm all right. But at the same time, I only pursue women who pursue me. I'm not out here trying to like slip some shit in they drink and then have my man's like, hey, you go first, and then I'm a follow you. This is some different type of shit. But we'll see what the interview do. It's gonna be uploaded on every fucking platform. He can't pull a bad bitch, so he has to drug him. That's pretty much what that's what it be. No one worried about Jalen Brunson contract when he was a nobody, dog. Bro, don't get me on the Jalen Brunson fucking allegations, dog. Like I don't do sports on here, but that don't mean I don't follow that shit. But yeah, like I can see it, dog. You short, fucking receding the hairline and shit, dog. What do you expect this guy to do? He fucking hugged up, like, bro. You think women are like, oh my God, Kenny, moist. You think they getting wet in the pants for this ninja? No, he got a flaunt like, hey, I'm gonna put you in the video. Hey, I'm gonna put you in the Big Sean shit. Like this shit is common amongst these guys. Hey, like, look, you go to his fucking website, right? Where's the fucking Hustle Matters website? He got a picture like our mission. Like he's working for Big Sean and Will Smith. Hey, you gotta fake it till you make it, dog. Like, what, you think he represent them? Fuck no. You look, you can literally say Big Sean manager. All right. You look up Big Sean manager. Big Sean is currently managed by Brandon Silverstein of S10 Entertainment. He signed with S10 in July 2024 after a 10-year partnership with Rock Nation. This ninja right here has no affiliation with Rock Nation. Now, the thing is, right, if I'm Big Sean and I get fucking wind of this shit, like, wait, you got me on your fucking website? You got women accusing you of grape? And they not even shy about it. Like, the thing is, when someone accuses someone of grape, they like, no, this shit happened. Here it go. Now, granted, the proof, you're like, well, where's the proof? She didn't go to the cops. She don't got no video, yada, yada, yada. The fact that she said, yeah, he said I ruined his life right here at that screening, that's major. That's major. If he thinks she ruined her life, what the fuck am I doing, dog? What am I doing? They probably mad at me too, though. Like, you shouldn't have covered him. You should have came to me. Nah, fuck you. Fuck Blake. Fuck Walter. Fuck him and all his friends. Fuck him and all his clients. Fuck them all, dog. They're all pieces of shit. Birds of a feather flock together. They do, dog. And all these people, like the Nakias, the Cats, you know, freaky ass Steve Cardenas, he probably could give 2 fucks less. But you got he got Jason Narvi on his website. You think he booking for Narvi? Fuck no. You think he booking for Paul Schreier? No. Hell no. You think they're represented by Hustle Matters? No. But guess what? They're on the website. They on his website. Do they know? Probably not. Like, I expect this shit to be like on. You remember when Zach Taylor McGinnis shit and he was like, hey, take me off? Like, let's go back to Galactic Productions. Galactic Productions. Right here. Let's check their talent list. Still, you think he representing Kel Mitchell? Like, all these fucking guys, clients. Let's see if we see some familiar faces. Steve Cardenas, what? He's represented by Galactic Productions and Hustle Matters?
Nope.
No. But, you know, Steve broke. He need money. So if Hustle Matters got a booking for him, if Galactic Productions got a booking for him. He fucking with it. He don't give a fuck. Who else on here? Let's see. Ted DiBiase. It's funny. Hey, you see Font over here? Is Font on the Hustle Matters one? Like, damn, dog. Like, bro. I mean, you gotta think, right? If this my fucking dog, if this is my homie, this my fucking rider fucking died. This my man and shit, right? And the fucking owner of Galactic Productions diss my dead homie. Ain't no fucking way I'm on his website. There's no way I'm on his website. Hey, I got a booking for you. Fun. Get the fuck out of here. No. Hey, get me off the fucking website, dog. But guess what? You know what they like more than anything? You know what they like more than Jason? You know what they like more than Jason? Take a guess. Take a guess.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
Yeah, dog. They like, yeah, we know he said that, but he said, sorry, man. He got this booking. You know, he put like $10,000 in my pocket. So fuck it. You know, they like money. Fucking Zach Taylor McGinnis could have went and pissed on Jason David Frank's grave. And guess who was going? Font was like, yeah, keep me up there, man. Yep. Yeah. Galactic Productions do good by me. This is a Galactic Production booking. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I know he said that, man. I really don't agree with that, but you know, we all make mistakes. We're all human and shit. You know, shit like that. You know how I go. Yeah, we're all human, man. We make mistakes, man. Yeah, dog. Yeah, he really made a mistake, man. He typed that shit up, proofread it, made sure it had punctuation, hit send, let it stay up for like 13 hours. But yeah. He's sorry, man. Yeah. Fine. Go put your fucking head in the sand, dog. Go put your head in the sand. Let's see who else is on this list. Well, Charlie Kirk, she don't know. Like, she did one fucking movie and that she's a one and done, in and out. That was her career. That's gonna be her career. Kale probably has no idea about this shit. Any other people on there? I remember Kat and Nakia was like, get us off the website. Austin St. John, he got a lifetime slave contract. Like, well, it's Uncle Zach. It's Uncle Zach. But you know, you just think about that, right? You got to be mindful of the people, right? Be mindful of the people who align themselves with, you know, people who say bad shit about you. Be fucking mindful, right? But you got to be thankful when you see it, right? Now, unfortunately, Jason didn't see that Steve Cardenas would align with the guy who practically said, fuck JDF in deaf. You know? He like, Font just want the money. Hey, I'm in it for the money, dog. I'm in it for the money.
Aaron wanted more. Greed.
I'm in it for the money, dog. Yeah, I know what he said about Jason, dog. Don't remind me, man. But he got me $2,000 this weekend, dog. All's forgiven. I don't even think about it. And then they'll say, oh, you know what? Zach stepped away from the company and shit. He ain't even running it no more. Some chick is booking it for it now. He just gets 5% instead of 10%. You give the other 5 to her because the Galactic Productions brand is recognizable. Just always be mindful of those who align with people who be like, fuck Henry. You're like, damn, that show, you just gonna say fuck, you just gonna let him say fuck me, you ain't gonna defend me? Like, well, that's him and shit. Like, all right, doc. Yeah. Font keeps knocking up his wife despite being 50 and broke. Maybe he Catholic, maybe he don't believe in birth. Well, yeah, Font is, for all intents and purposes, Font is MAGA. He is MAGA. Hey, dog. Conservative lifestyle, conservative values. Be fruitful. Yeah, I know it's my second wife, but yeah. We gonna have babies and shit, dog. He ain't pulling out, dog. He not pulling out. He not getting a vasectomy. He don't give 2 fucks about, what Galactic Productions said about Jason. He just want the fucking money on the weekend, dog. Get me away from my fucking wife and kid. And put $2,000 in my pocket. Yeah. Yup. Cool. Yeah, but he said, fuck JDF. Yeah, he did. If I say something stupid like he said that, I didn't know about that. I try to stay away from the drama and shit. That's what fonts say. I just try to stay away from it all, man. I'm just here to meet the fans and collect my 2,000 and and I'm gonna be Batman for the beatdown for Pat and the Sun. Yeah, Legend of the White Dragon's coming out soon, man. Yeah. Yeah. Shit like that, dog. Steve Cardenas like, where's Steve Cardenas at? Steve Cardenas, he like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care about that shit, dog. I'm trying to fuck hoes and get paid for doing it. That's how he see conventions. Hey, I get the fuck hoes on the weekend, fuck Power Ranger fans, and what did my guy say? He charges men to take pictures, but if you're a woman, it's free. And if you really go, hey, come on back to the hotel, so let them pipe you down. You know what I'm saying? They chose paper over Jason. Hey man, people always choose money over morals, dog. Money over morals. Shit's in for 2026. What can I say, dog? What can I say? Shit. There's nothing I can say that, that people don't know. Nothing. What is it? Yeah, look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this shit right here for y'all. So matters, dog. So matters. It's all good. I'm waiting on Kat and Nakia to say some shit, dog. Believe all women, except for when they're going against our manager. We don't believe all women. Like where they at? Praise God. Henry is so controversial and he just wants to start trouble. Like, what?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Tomorrow, I'm going to go in way more harder. Like, I don't got my daughter and I don't got to be up in a certain amount of time to get my daughter to like ballet and taekwondo. And I'm going to let her go see Michael Jackson and shit. I know. She going to see Joe Jackson put belt to ass. And I'll be like, you know what? If you fucking do that shit, I'm going to do that shit to you. Lying, of course, but it's just like, my daughter's actually a really good kid, though. I have no issues with her. Yeah, shout out to the Hustle Matters brand. Oh, yeah. Hustle Matters, dog. Like, yeah, font. Get it. You got a daughter. What if your daughter was date raped? What would you do? When she was like, hey, dad, what? I went out to LA and these guys raped me. Who raped you? Well, it was this black guy. Looks like an ugly version of Wesley Snipes and shit. And this big nose fucker right here ran a train on me, Dad. I was powerless to leave, Dad. What should I do? What should I do, Dad? What meme TJ made? Okay, I got you. Maybe we'll save that for tomorrow. Maybe we'll save that for tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe we'll save the meme for tomorrow. A fun stream. Right? I mean, I know the fucking losers are watching me, dog. like tomorrow will be a fun stream. How about that? Saturday night, hang out with your boy. Sunday night, I rest. And on the 7th day, he rested. Some shit like that. Brother Darkness, like, yeah, dog. Fucking darkness. Darkness. like ninjas know who like who's smashing and who not. Like women know. And who got to finesse their way into some vagina. They got to finesse it. They gotta Rick Ross that shit. Put the Molly in their drink. She ain't even know it. That shit. I don't know, dog. It's just like the idea of like having intercourse with someone who's like incapacitated. I couldn't do it. But some men are excited by that shit. Like when we hear like what he tried to do, maybe we'll do it tomorrow. He was like, no, bitch, you about to drop neck. Like, he went from stroking her to like pushing that head down. And then she got up. So we're going to go through her story tomorrow. But it's going to be a fun stream. I promise you it's going to be a fun stream. They had to take it because no sober woman would ever. That's the thing, right? Like me, I only have sex with women who pursue me. That's it. I ain't like, hey girl, let's holler at me. Let me convince you why you should bang me. No. You'd be like, oh, you slid in my DMs. What's up? They'd be like, what's up with you? All right, let's go out. Let's talk. Oh, okay. Well, I'm into this. I'm into that. Okay, I'm into that. I'm into this. All right, cool. I'm not looking for nothing platonic. I'm not looking to be your brother. I'm not looking to be your friend. Yeah, hustle matters, dog. Hustle matters. Yep. You know, shit like that. You know, it's an evil world we live in. You know what I'm saying?
It's an evil world we live in.
But at least you got a face that y'all could put it on it, right? A face to put on it. You know, these ninjas ain't denying it. They just like not acknowledging it. Right? And like, I'll show you how someone who was accused of some shit, they acknowledged that shit within like an hour. I was like, up. Remember Destiny? Like, I always look at the pros. I was like, bro was like, hey, Henry, I can't let that shit slide, dog. That ninja gave me like 30 minutes. He was like, yep, 30 minutes. All right, let me address this shit at the top of the hour. Like, I was like, God damn. Who else? ABBA, YouTube. Goddamn. ABBA, pregnancy. Woman came out and said I was pregnant. He said, delete the baby. He was like, that bitch lying. Here's proof. Turkey Tom. Now, Turkey Tom was the coldest, dog. This was the coldest. Oh my Lord. Let's see. Like, this was the coldest acknowledgement of some drama.
I'm sorry that this response took so long. I wanted to make sure I had all the facts.
Bro, he eviscerated her and made like $13,000 doing it with the 1 million views, dog.
Together before saying anything. Recently,
he took like a month and everyone was like, where is he at? Where is he at? And he just came and dropped a nuke. And then next thing you know, she like, I'm going to recant my whole story. And I'm so sorry to Tom and everybody. You know why she said that? Because he was about to put the full court lawsuit on her. Like, no, bitch, we're headed to bankruptcy. I mean, he a millionaire, so like, it's nothing to him.
Recently, I've been accused by an ex-girlfriend, along with an ex-partner, of non-consensually filming sexual encounters, being so rough and inconsiderate during sexual encounters that it bordered on assault, encouraging eating disorders, being into age play, along with a litany of other completely baseless, false accusations.
Bro, just, hey, straight to it, 20 seconds in. Here's what I was accused of. And he had text messages, screen records. It was like, that bitch is lying. Safety in numbers. Exactly, Cayenne. Exactly, right? If more women come forward and be like, yes, this motherfucking guy right here, this dark looking raccoon looking ninja. Yeah, he raped me. Where is it at? Where is it? Because this one more video right here. Hey, KP and that dark skinned guy in the picture in your reel with him raped me 2 years ago. That is 2024. Saying it was a casting, etc., etc. And I was always too scared to say anything, that no one would believe me. Your post came up, so I knew he is definitely a monster and should have been locked up. I definitely believe you. You see, this is what women need to do. And you know me, I am the king of fuck this believe all women shit. But when you got 3 different stories, you're like, okay, there's something here. There's definitely something here. 3 different women coming forward with the same story. Yeah. Okay. Like, imagine if like 10 women came out and was like, yeah, you know, Henry did XYZ to me. That would be tough. That would be tough. But that, you don't have to worry about that shit with me, dog. Most of it, like, yo, yeah, he smashed me. It was good. I kept wanting some more. And eventually just cut me off. And I'm mad. Pattern recognition. That's right, black man. Black Knight. It is a pattern. You'd be like, wait, what? Yeah. Yeah. Him. Who is him? Walter's manager. Blake's manager. With Walter everywhere. You think Walter don't know about this shit? Like, it's so much shit I had planned for you. Like, Walter know this, ninja. Hold on, let me show y'all. So if you go through this, right? Bottom left. Like, if you go through my likes, unless they block me, let me see. Look at that. Wait. Yeah, I think I may have got the Blizzok. Yeah, I got the Blizzok. I got the Blizzok. How do I know? Because I had stories. Oh, shit. Let's see, right? Oh, I ain't get blocked yet. All right, block is coming. But anyway, hold on. I know I got saved shit. Search HollywoodKp. So you search this shit up, and whoa, what's this? Don't work with him. Hi, just saw your text group chat, and I agree 1,000's on a scam. He's fake, and what they do is wrong. Holy shit, this is new. Holy shit. Holy shit. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh shit. Hold on, I got it. What the fuck? Damn. Not even half the messages and stories I have received. So HollywoodKp is telling girls that he knows Metro Boomin, Trey Songz, and has ladies come over his house, has them wear lingerie for our audition, gets them drunk, and takes advantage of them. If girls say no or whatever, or where are the artists, he gets mad and threatens them. I am not booking you for anything. He also books stuff, lies, says he isn't paid. He keeps the money. Ladies, please be careful with this guy. Damn, homie. Oh my God. Oh, and I gotta send this to somebody. This news is older than Henry's daughter, but it's new. It's new to me. It's like a pattern, though. I know TJ like, fuck this. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. God damn. Hold on. I gotta send this. More stories. Just found this. And shit. This is wild. He told me he's Future's casting director, wanted to meet with me, but he wanted me to come in lingerie. He'll pay me $2,500 to satisfy this director. He tried it, but it didn't work. He kept telling me if I mess with certain people that he knows, I'll get plugged and booked for that music videos. But I never believed it because it never happened because he was trying to play me. Damn. Damn. Future's booking agent? Ninja. And look, hey, KP did the exact same thing to me. Oh, hold on, y'all can't see it. Hold on. We'll do it this way. Hold on. KP did the exact same thing to me and 10 others. Oh my God. That's what make these fake female bookers doing Atlanta damn so hungry. Gotta take a little money from girls. Oh man. Damn, he doing what Facet Hassan did. Very sad. Yo, what the hell? I was trying to find the Walter Jones joints. Not this shit. Where's the Walter Jones? I'm sure it's gonna pop up somewhere. So like you see all his skits look the same. It's always like some woman. And it's it's always sexually charged shit. I know I've seen it. Because I had it bookmarked, but that's the thing. When you do shit on the internet, that shit's forever. Hold on. Let me search Walter Jones and HollywoodKp. Because it's a couple of them, actually. You know what I think? I think Walter deleted those shits from his page. Like, yep, gotta go. The question is, right? What is Walter going to do about his manager? That's the bigger question. What is Walter going to do about his manager? All it take is someone hitting Walter's booth and be like, hey, what's up with your manager raping women or whatever? What's up with that? Game over. Or is Walter going to be loyal? Hold on. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Walter Jones, HollywoodKp. Oh, I know where it's at. It's on my TikTok. That's where it's at. It's in my TikTok profile. Favorites. There you go.
This new girl, I'm in love. Love? Absolutely. What? Tori, come here, girl.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Tori, Walter, Tori. Nice to meet you. He told me a lot about you. Hey, I don't know about her, but I think she got her apples up in there.
Babe, are you guys hungry? I was thinking about making fajitas.
Fajitas? Yeah. You know, I could.
You see, I was like, oh, where they at? I thought I saved them. These are all my bookmark shits. This is how I like find content. This is what I do. So what's this ramp? I ain't gonna play this. Like, we ain't joking tonight. We serious.
Power Rangers, everyone's favorite childhood.
Now, if you go to like CinematicKp, you can see like he's monetized for sure, but Ninja ain't had a hit. Like, this is like a stolen hit. Like when you put a clip up of somebody else's shit. Oh,
You make me feel video?
Absolutely.
Working with Mr. Jackson.
Please give it to me.
Quick story.
Yes.
I remember signing who is also. Well, I have the story. See, Mike. Mike.
Probably made like $300 off that 419K. Not your brother. Like, but these ain't like, these views are abysmal, dog. He not doing skits no more with women. Or I think he is. Short Scotty Pimpin looking ninja. I don't know. It just ain't hitting though. 515 views. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do people care what he talking about with the Halloween verse? I don't know. Shit not hitting, shit not busting.
Finals tonight.
Hey, I totally just made us reservations at this nice restaurant.
Oh, you did?
Insert woman. Every woman in LA want to be fucking famous, dog. Like, every woman in LA want to be famous. But I don't see nothing. Let's see what this popular is. Damn. It's 1 million views. I mean, I got some shit on my page that got like 1 million views. But it ain't monetized, but who the fuck cares? No, he did.
Hey, let's go get ready for our sleepover party. Yes! Let's go.
I mean, What? Cause he would have been fixed his hairline. Yeah, I saw like he like so like my hairline is receding like in the corners. His is like back here, so he get like the spray like right here and shit. Like it'd be like spray right there. You got to see it. Like I was like, okay. I mean, if that's how ninjas get down, you know.
In LA, you know, I knew it was gonna be hot today.
It's called hatfish. Or whatever, but you know. Val is dumb as rocks. I don't know who Val is, but this shit ain't bussing. And now his Instagram is private. I don't know. Maybe he'll block me now. Who cares? Like if he blocked me, that just means he saw my shit. Valkyrie, yeah, bitch is cooked. We'll cover it tomorrow, man. Maybe I'll have a drink on stream. Maybe not. It's like I haven't had a drink since like last weekend. Or yeah, last weekend. Last Saturday. She is hella cooked. Cry Wolf, yeah. Valkyrie done. Pokimane done. Like we could have covered more content, but like I'm not gonna lie, dog. Hearing her story, that shit took it out of me, cuz. Took it straight up out of me. I was just like, I don't know. Like you want to hear like, it's like we'll gotta cover it tomorrow. It'll probably take like 20 minutes to cover Aaron Coney from back in the day stuff. And then if we want to cover the other girl's story, because her story was actually like,
all of these abusers know each other. All of these abusers work together. All of these abusers profit off of like singing about their abuse, and they make money with each other. And they're all laughing about it. In these songs, they're literally
like, she called out HollywoodKp vicious. Like, she was like, right here. KP added that ninja sex trafficked me to Jason Martin when I was 18-year-old. They gave me alcohol and I believed I was drugged. KP also tried to traffic me to Leon Thomas. Lo, how they are still support each other till this day. She actually had a good story. She called out whatchamacallit. They rocked her. They rocked her pretty good though. Like the game is the game. And they use like OnlyFans pictures to like discredit her and shit. It was like, oh, look at this OnlyFans model accuses such and such of rape. Or whatever. She's like, well, I also was a preschool teacher. I wrote a book for a kid's book, which is Dylan the Dolphin. I'm an author. She's like, I don't even do OnlyFans anymore. Didn't matter. Because she called out Sage the Gemini. Like, nope, he raped me. It was like, we don't care. We see you half naked on the internet. And you know the crazy thing is, right? The predators will target sex workers because they know they have a credibility issue, right? And sex workers often do get raped. They get raped. And what ends up happening? Nothing. Like, just think about it. You go there. Let's just say you are a sex worker. Oh, wow. She pinned it. Love to see this. Why do I say I love to see it? People like, nope, this shit happened. Here we go. You let's just say you a sex worker and you don't want to have sex. Like, oh, you off the clock. You're not in that mindset. And then you got somebody come up like, well, you a sex worker, give it to me. You're like, no, I'm not giving it to you. So what they do, they take it. You go and you say, hey, I was raped to a cop. And the cop gonna be like, why did he grape you? Dude, I don't know. I was raped. Like, wait, are you a prostitute? Are you a sex worker? Yeah, but he still raped me. It wasn't consensual. He took it. So she called out, damn, it's 10 minutes.
Expose Sage the Gemini. Sage has been getting exposed for being a pedophile, rapist, and a sex trafficker.
Sage the Gemini allegations. All right, this is my last thing I gotta look up and then I'm out. I'm tired. Your boy tired. Oh, shit. Shout out to all the women in the chat. You know, do y'all like me covering this shit? It is fucking, it's heavy. Very heavy. Very, very heavy. On October 7th, a woman reported to the Los Angeles Police Department Sage's Gemini sexually assaulted her in September 2017. According to the reports, the woman stated she met the rapper on social media and was invited to Chris Brown's house. She claimed she met Brown briefly and signed a non-disclosure agreement before the alleged assault. That's the woman we just saw. Sage the Gemini denied the allegations on Instagram stories. He wrote, in part, find a new hustle. Okay, there we go. You're very heavy, Henry? Yeah, dog. It's very heavy. It's heavy. Nuka Luda, what you been up to, dog? Where you been at? In 2016, a woman named Lauren Doe sued Sage the Gemini, alleging sexually battery, sodomy, and knowingly giving her goddamn the hibby jibbies. He settled this shit? We gotta see. Gotta make sure it don't dox me and shit. Okay, it don't dox me. I mean, I don't want to be going down the sexual assault train. You know, another reason why this shit don't get covered primarily on YouTube because it gets demonetized. She says in the lawsuit that Woods touts. Oh man. Doe says Woods invited her to home in Granite Bay to watch a movie, took her for a tour of his residence, stopped inside his bedroom. He closed the door behind him, pinned her down in his bed, and inserted himself in both her organs. He did not use protection during the attack. She repeatedly pled for him to stop, but he ignored requests. More shocking, he infected her with the herp dirt at the time of the attack and infected her with his genital illness. She adds, defendant's violent sexual attack inflicted such and such. Plaintiff has had to leave college or her basketball team as a result of physical emotional injuries. And Woods did not respond to an email and sent the recording to HBK gang. Woods is the former bodyguard of American Idol and Jordan Sparks. The two split in February, according to the Fan Mags. Doe seeks medical expenses, punitive damages for sexual battery negligence. She is represented by Dominic Spinelli and Don Not Sacramento, who was not available for comment Tuesday. What's the news, Henry? Talking about all these guys. I don't know. What did Cayenne say? She said yes. She likes it when I do this shit because you shine light, and this might help someone else. It might help someone else. It's very taxing. Very taxing on me. People like, thank you for using my platform to out these weirdos. Well, you know.
She's tripping.
Yeah, I knew you were one of them niggas.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, like, I did it. I wanted to get it out. You know, and maybe more women that come forward. That's the goal, right? And maybe it'll get to these fucking two. Like talking to a fucking brick wall, these guys. Well, God said forgive, and I don't know, Henry, you're just so controversial. Why do you keep putting us up there? Well, you support Blakey. You got Blakey. Where Blake Foster at? Like, I had pictures of Blakey. Like the whole support crew for Blakey, the Blakey support system. Hold on, I'll show you. There we go. The Blakey pipeline. Well, it's us with Blakey. What are you talking about? He's like our brother. He's our little brother. He's grown up. We support Blakey. You should support Blakey too. Fucking women. Like, oh man, thanks for sharing. Well, you appreciate it, Cayenne. I remember Young Sex Offender. Yo, what's up with the Power Ranger community? Catherine will always be the lame Pink Ranger. She'll forever be Kimberly Shadow. Yeah, that's true. Mythos Force is filming next month. Yeah. Fucking Nukalata said, been dealing with a lot, finally got a chance to stop by. Was not expecting such a crazy stream, dog. I'll surprise you from time to time, man. I do. I surprise people. I'm gonna be back again tomorrow. I gotta get her shit uploaded. Hopefully it passes the vibe check for fucking YouTube. They're gonna probably tell me it's not. Here, I'm about to upload this shit right now. Like, I'm gonna upload it while I'm streaming. I want to see if it can handle it. I mean, I got like, I don't know, 3,000 up, 3,000 down. Some ridiculous amount of speed over here. Not a gigabyte. I think it's 300. One, two. Buckle my shoe. All right. Any questions before we get up out of here? What time should I start streaming tomorrow? Videos are uploaded. I had 352 drop frames today. That's wild. 352. Normally it's 0. So we have some lagging. All right, it's uploading. I don't see nothing crazy happening. Filming. Well, hopefully everything is working out for you, Nukaluda. You know? Wish the best for all y'all. Even my enemies, but sometimes that shit don't come for them. You know? You can only do so much. I did not film a video for the news channel tomorrow. That sucks. So hopefully what'll happen is I'll upload her story. And what YouTube does is, like, if it demonetizes, they give you a timestamp, and I give you why. So whatchamacallit, you know who looks good for their age? Nakia. But, you know, the weave, oof, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of weave. I'm not. I like a woman's natural beauty, especially from my sisters. White women, I don't gotta worry about that shit. It's all real. It's crazy, right? Crazy. Life is crazy. All right, guys. It's been real fun. Do me a favor. Shout out to the replay gang. Damn, did I freeze the chat? I did. I froze the chat. Sorry. Someone said stop lying. What am I lying about? Henry is racist? How can I be racist? I'm black. Like, damn, she just like, I love it when you cover this shit. White women wear weave too? Yeah, none of the women I date. Yeah, white women do wear weave. I know one who does. White women use extensions. What you mean? None of the ones I ever mess with. I'd be like, I see that shit started a war in the chat. They like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. What do you mean? Henry is a step it, fetch it. The fuck is a step it, fetch it? I swear, man. 1 minute you bigging me up, next minute you fucking calling me a step it. I gotta Google this. Step it. Step it, fetch it? The fuck is... I see step and fetch it. Like, I'm a this? The fuck is a step and fetch it? I don't get it. Origin. Laziest man in the world? Oh, the term has been regarded as a harmful racist stereotype. I don't even got the capacity. Like, they insulted me and I'm just like, have you dated Sky Caliber? Bro, I've never dated any woman like Sky. Let's get that shit fucking straight. Have you, Henry, when you shaving the struggle hairline? I thought about getting a professional pushback, actually, for this side. But then I'll have one of those like fucking Stephen A's where like the bars be like long as shit. Like the Stephen A hairline with the long ass bars. Like, hell no. Like, where is that? Like, I don't want the bars. Like, I don't want that shit. You know? Fucking big ass fucking forehead and shit. Yeah, it's a thing called a professional pushback. Get a toupee. Henry is not black. So he doesn't have to worry about hairline issues. You know, my mom watches this, guys. So does my grandma. No, you look good, twin. There we go, dog. Appreciate it. Henry hairline is still better than Blake's. Hey. Maybe after all my court shit, it'd be the hairline fun instead of the baby mama terrace fun. Oh, I go to trial in June, by the way, guys. I forget. I think it's like June 26th. Let me make sure. Damn, it is the 26th. Supposed to be out of town that weekend. Be in fucking court for 8 hours. Francis is still up. I wonder what you think about all this, Francis. Maybe tomorrow, if y'all want to come up, we'll do it. I want to have my daughter, Henry, show the hairline in the DMs. What the fuck? This how they do me. There we go. Just make fun of me endlessly. You know? What? You know what's the crazy thing? At some point, this is for the reimbursement for the court fees. For like, I think I'm at like $40,000 in court fees. Not including the original 30. So the trial for that is the 26th, which fucking sucks. I was supposed to be out of town that day. So I'm gonna have to push going out of town. It doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah. Court fees. Court fees. They really should push it down the road because we got to file a motion that I'm not a threat to my daughter or her mom. But I think it's like you got so many days before you go to court. I mean, like, it's not looking good for me. I could probably get some money back from the bogus protection order she filed, but I think like it's a new magistrate. She not familiar with the case. And most of the time, they don't want to make a decision. You know, they don't want to make a decision. They're going to be like, well, maybe you guys could settle it. Like, is she going to run me my bread? She not. She not going to run me no bread. So, because she not going to run me no bread, all right, let's try to get this monetized. Done. It's checking now. Obscure profanity. Like sexual behavior. Let's see. Violence, shocking content. Okay, shocking content is safe for ads. I'm trying to like, I'm going through the monetization portion. Ooh, controversial issues. We'll just do controversial issues. We'll do that. Controversial issues. Sorry. I'm over here trying to make sure this shit gets monetized. Anywho, let me get back to the chat. All right. Let me see what y'all saying. Henry with the mohawk. I thought about doing a mohawk. What if ex-wife decides to give you half the fees and just let you parent in peace? Never happening. My daughter will be in Disney World soon though. Compliments of my money. That's always good. My daughter, she'd be like, well, Daddy, when you gonna take me to Disney World? I'd be like, I just look at her and be like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I'll take you to Cedar Point or some shit. Hairline replacement. Y'all just disrespectful now. I thought about doing it though. Like if I had like unlimited money, I'll get my original hairline where it was like right here and shit. I'll get it back. I would do it. I would. I'll get the original hairline back. Just not for White Dragon, dog. You do it for White Dragon. That shit gonna be trash. So tomorrow we'll do White Dragon and some other shit and Blake Foster. I think I got another Blake Foster story. Oh man. All right. We recalled it. What did I miss? All right. I think we Gucci, right? What time should I stream tomorrow? I'll be kidless at 5 p.m. So we're talking 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And what's the NBA schedule for tomorrow? OKC and the Thunder. Cavs and the Pistons at 3 o'clock for the win. 8 p.m. All right. Mark said 8 p.m. If I stream at fucking 8 p.m. mark, you better be in the fucking chat, dog. You too, Nukaluda. If I stream at 8 p.m. and I don't see y'all in the chat, ban. Oh yeah, I got the song. Well, maybe we'll play the song tomorrow. Although I saw the song for Blakey. I saw it. Any questions before I get up out of here? Lakers in 6. Somebody retarded in the chat. Got a full-blown retard down there. Full-blown retard. Like, never go full retard, dog. You say Lakers in 6. Brother.
Playing a guy who ain't smart but thinks he is. That's tricky. Tricky. It's like working with Mercury.
I can't play this because it's going to get copyright claim, but you know. You know. That's Rican prediction that right there. Go Pistons. Bro, I'm almost timed you out, Sam. Go Pistons. The fuck. I'll be at work for the game. You got money on the Cavs? Fuck no. I don't gamble. Broke people shouldn't gamble, guys. If you broke, don't gamble. You gonna lose. Don't think you about to like win $1 million betting, you know, this week's check on insert sports team here. Cavs losing in 3? Nah, Cavs gonna take game 3. We need to know the future of the Henry Resilient channel news. I'm gonna keep covering news. Like, the main channel is gonna get more content too. It's just the timing, like, you know, I only got so much time. Do I need to do a channel PSA? Like, guys, I just want to let you know if you've been wondering about what's going on with this channel or that channel. No. Not doing that. Like, it's like some of the dumbest shit I've seen. Like, where is it at? Hold on.
I'm not calling myself retarded or anything, but I'm mentally challenged.
Like, please give another update. Why don't you? At least the first lady said that it's her fault. Normally there's zero accountability. She needs to give her heart to Jesus. The news channel is going, it's a little slow motion right now. A little slow motion. I can't do plumbing yet. It never will. When you hosting Geek vs. Paul, I don't know. Paul is like hard to get in contact of. Do a PSA on the psycho mods. I don't know what to say about y'all. The AI jobs at the Henry factory. AI does my thumbnails. AI sometimes does my tags. It's a lot of AI in my channel. You think robotics would get good enough? Or do you think fucking Skynet is going to take over? Yeah, no. Not happening. But, you know, what is taking over? Sleep. I need it. I need some sleep. I do. And my daughter gonna wake me up in 5 hours. Maybe 4. So with that being said, guys, peace, love, salutations. See you when I see you. Like the stream. That might be the best drop of all time. What? The poop factor is still cleaning poop. Yeah. I might have to go into work tomorrow night. It's like a project that's happening. And if certain events happen, I'm going to have to end stream to go into work to manage the project. Oh man, that's crazy, ain't it? Day one, no more.
Day one, no more.
The goat poop man got to go in, right? Yeah, dog. I mean, that comes with management, you know. Which poop is the best poop? The poop that comes out of you. Out your backside. Not the shit that come out your mouth. Ninja, you are the GOAT. I mean, I got like 15 years in the game. When you've been doing something for 15 years, it's just like breathing. You know, you're just like, I know it. Oh, this is the problem. Yep. All right. Thanks for letting me know. This is what you need to do. I could do it over the phone. But sometimes I got to get my hands on it. Put my hands on it. Manage that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, been at it almost all my life. Yeah, dog. 15 years in the game. Still got to get this dissertation done, dog. Cried over winning the Poop Man Award. Yeah, I did. Oh, shit. That was one of the best days of my life. One of the best days of my life, man. Nothing like it. Fucking TJ, a fucking member berry. You remember? I remember. Oh, yeah. Remember this? You remember? Oh, yeah, I remember. Fucking not playing it from there. Oh, you remember? How did they come up with that shit, dog? How did they come up with, like, we're going to create something that's so sick. What are we going to come up with? Member berries. Like, what?
Oh shit, hang on.
I got to pause this so I don't get the fucking copyright.
Hey, you shut the fuck up! Yeah, we're gonna kill you, maybe! Where are you?
What this supposed to be like, Goodfellas? Yo, member berries. I remember when I first saw that. I was like, oh, you remember? Oh, I remember. South Park is goated. They just reminiscing like, oh, you remember?
Remember which way we're going? I maybe. Hey, remember the Ewok village? Oh, I maybe.
Oh, man. You know what else is funny? Like, well, I got y'all real quick. I'm about to play this epic rant for y'all, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. It's called Why Not Me? Hopefully they got it. All my haters.
Doc, how come you coach him but not me? Hey, Doc, how come you get a win but not me? Because you suck.
Knock, knock, who's there? It's the doc. The doc who? The doc who's coaching him, but not yourself.
Hey, Doc, why you play Warzone but not me? Those orange boxes. Hey, Doc, how come you give him love but not me? Doc, why you 1440 him but not P? Doc, how come you sing to Daniel Castaneda and not me? Says Miguel. Because I like Daniel. User Kirby, welcome to the Champions Club. Yeah. Doc, why you look like a model but not me?
Look, I don't know, man. I don't know why shit be going good for me and not y'all. Can you fix the poop situation in India? India just needs a lot of infrastructure, dog. That's what India needs. Like, who wants to invest in installing it? That's the thing. Like, if you want to install a poop factory, it takes a lot of infrastructure. And I just don't think they're going to do it. They're set up for it. That's why India is one of the dirtiest countries in the world. And they have a poop festival where ninjas is in poop, throwing it at each other. It's a shitty situation. Some American YouTuber went there and I think he got sick or something. Oh, I would never. They have festivals of poop and stuff. Yeah, it's just infrastructure. Like, so if you want to install a poop factory, for one, you have to consider the elevation of the poop factory, because you want your poop factory let's see if I could do it on the Paint app. All right. So you want to install a poop factory, right? You're like, we want a poop factory. What we want to do? So you got like India up here, right? Like, this is India, all right? You got buildings, and you want your poop factory like right here at the lowest elevation, and you want it to be like a body of water that's lower, right? You need a body of water that's lower to discharge into. But what you need right here, let's just make it green because most sewers are green. If you on the map. So this is where the poop is. All right. So now you need what they call a sewer system. And then you need, let's say, well, what if you got people up here? And then you got people right there. And these are just buildings or houses or whatever, right? And you got your poop factory right here. But what if you got a place right here that's lower than the poop factory? I'm giving y'all some shit 101, okay? So this is your sewer line, right? Well, you can't, like, let me make sure we do the houses thing. These are houses too, right? These are buildings, right? In order to run the water, your sewer line right here up to the poop factory, you're going to need what they call a lift station, right? So a lift station is literally going to carry the poop up to the elevation to get to the poop factory. So you're going to have a pump here. And you want like a chopper pump because it's going to receive all this sewage, right? Now, from here, you're going to need you're going to have a line here. You're going to have a line here. And maybe you get, a line here. You're going to need what they call an interceptor. An interceptor is just like a big sewer that's capable of taking all this capacity in there. And you're going to need that to be a pipeline to it. Now, if your engineering team fuck around and engineer it wrong, right? Oh, look, someone said a chopper pump. Okay, Nuka Luda, no. Yeah. Most people use Muffin Monsters. Muffin Monsters like a popular brand. Now, infrastructure that India does not have. One, they don't have I don't think they got a poop factory. And if they do, there's probably only one. All right. So the infrastructure that people are going to have to install is they're going to have to install laterals that tie in to the sewer line, right? That goes from the house to the sewer line. Everyone in America has one, unless you have a septic tank. And these are not cheap. You're talking about probably $7,000 to connect to a sewer line for a company to come out, connect you. And what about this line, though? The main sewer? Well, that's the city's going to have to pick up that cost to install that sewer. And you're going to have to pick up that cost to pay that $7,000. People in India got $7,000?
Nope.
No. 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 Right? And then the body of water that they're going to dump it into is likely you typically want to use a freshwater source, not the ocean. But in California, they have what they call a reclamation center where they're reclaiming water that went out and then they're putting it right back in distribution for you to drink it. So it's literally like going from you flushing your toilet to your fucking tap. actually a pretty cool process because they don't have no Great Lakes to pull from. Like you see movies like Mad Max where they're fighting over water. That shit's a real reality because, the Great Lakes, they turn over like every 7 years or whatever, but eventually people gonna run out of water. That's why you got like, you can't fill your pool up in California and shit like that because of the water shortage. People be like, fuck it. Like Kevin Hart, like I'm gonna pay the surcharge. I don't give a fuck. You never know where you're going to get into with a Henry stream. So you would have to pay for all this. Now, sometimes a poop factory can have like 40 million in assets here. So 40 million in assets there. Assets, as in like equipment. It's just assets. All right. Assets. Who's putting up 40 million? Right? Who's putting that shit up to get the poop factory up and running? All right. And then, this is $7,000 per house or per hut or whatever. Now I'm sure there's like established cities like Bangladesh that has sewers, but you got the ones where people are bathing in the piss water. So, and you got this lift station, and this is not just for this house or this street. What if you got other What if you got other places that are lower than the poop factor and got to get the poop pumped up? Now you need multiple lift stations. Multiple. To get the poop up. That's why, poop factories are usually at a lower elevation near a body of water, because if you could just discharge the water and gravity will take it, you don't have to worry about paying for pumping and electricity. Poop factories' top cost is electricity. Now, there's one poop factory I know, not, where I think we're paying $100,000 a month just for electricity. You see how that shit work? $100,000 a month just for electricity. That is not including like salary. So you're looking at roughly 1.2 million a year just for electricity. What about water? Most pumps you need seal water. What if you want to clean up the poop factory? It's so much that goes into it. So we don't smell poop on the streets. Well, typically you won't. Like people think like poop factories stink. Not true. You would think it would, but not true. Not true. Not all of them. Some of them do. But not all. I am thankful people just don't poop on the street. Yeah, like, be thankful for that. Be thankful when you flush the toilet, it goes away. Be thankful you're not like shitting in a bucket or an outhouse. Be thankful. What does George Steiny got to do with anything? I don't even know who George Steiny is. You're fucking talking shit about me. So there you go. Pooponomics 101. Why they don't have it? Because it costs money. So 40 million, you probably talking probably about a $200 million investment. 200 million to get all the infrastructure, in, and that's just for one part of India. That's just for one part. And it's a lot of people there. And you got to dig up everything and install the pipe. And you want to use like PVC, probably like some Schedule 10 piping or something. Shit like that. And you got to, you're going to have engineers come through. And a project like this, it's going to be several construction companies out there. Everyone's going to bid on it because you're going to bid on it. You're going to say, you got RFQ and an RFP, right? What are the difference? File. Let's just new. Don't save. So you got your RFP. RFP. RFQ. All right. So this is some higher up shit, right? So your RFQ this is your request for qualifications, right? So you say, hey, I'm looking for a company that has managed projects over $200 million, right? Because these are the companies that can bid on the thing. You want them to be in the game for at least 10 years, right? Why 10 years? Because you want to make sure they're not just a fucking startup. You want them to be bonded and insured. Sorry, I'm typing like this, so they have to have this experience of working on projects that excess 200 million. They got to have 10 years experience. They got to be bonded and insured. They have to have 3 plant buildups under their system, right? 3 plants built. As in they built 3 poop plants before, right? And you put that out. And what's going to happen is all the companies are going to, who meet these criteria, going to say, hey, yeah, I could build you a poop plant. I got 200 million. I worked on a $200 million project before. I got over 10 years experience. I'm bonded and insured, and I got 3 poop pumps under my belt. So you get that shit back. You say, okay. Then you say you have a request for proposal. And you say, hey, I need to connect 100,000 houses. Okay. And you need a poop plant that can take a capacity of, like, it's an equation that you do for, like, each person generates. Here we go. Let's do it. Each person, let me see if they have it. God damn it. Person generates how much waste water per day. Oh, let's just say let's just do per day. It's actually 80 to 100 gallons, right? Let's just say 100 gallons. So let's go back to our MS Paint. Like, this is actually like a real question. Like, if you want to like get a license in doing this shit. So let's pick up a calculator, right? All right. This is real shit. This is real shit 101. So you got 100,000 people and they generate, what do they say? It was 100 gallons per day, right? So each person is wait, you had 100,000 houses. Every house has at least 2 to 3 people in it, right? So let's just say 500,000 people, right? And everyone, whoa. Let's start over. You got 500,000 people because India is congested times 100 equals 50 million gallons per day, right? But you want a plant that can handle probably twice that much, probably 2 times 2 let's just say 2.25. So we're talking about a plant that can handle, let's just say 120 MGD, million gallons capacity, right? Equals that. Sorry, go back. I got to undo because it times it by 2 again. So basically you need 120 MGD facility, right? Dry weather flow is probably 240, double it. So now you need a 240 MGD facility. And you're going to send that out. And then these people are going to bid on it. And people may come back and say, I could do this shit for 300 mil. And when they come back, or maybe 350 mil, and then you're going to have someone who's going to say 150 mil. crackhead prices. And you're going to have your own independent team say how much it should cost. And they say, well, it should cost about $325. Right? Which one do you go with? 300 mil, 350 mil, or 150 mil? You're the boss. You got to figure out. The person you go with is $300 million, the bidder. And then you put a contingency, a $25 million contingency to say, hey, $25 million for change orders or, other stuff. And then they're going to build it. But where are you getting this $300 million from? Where are you getting this $325 million from? People, taxes, or loans. If people don't got the loans, they ain't going to get it done. That's why India don't got like the best sewer system. All right, there you go, guys. I broke that shit down for you guys. Hopefully you learned something. The 300 mil is the winner. 150 is too low. 350 is too high. Pick the one in the middle. Henry doing poopomatics. Look, hopefully you learned something. Government support. Governments don't got 300 million laying around. And they never will. They could try to say, hey, people, y'all want to flush toilets and not have poop parties? We quadruple in taxes so we could build this ultimate poop plant. But there y'all go. And it's way more. That's like I broke it down to like an elementary thing, but it's way more shit that go into it. So with that out the way, we spent the extra 10 minutes. Saudi money out there. Yeah. Why you think Dubai is like the cleanest city? Because they got the money from the oil to invest in infrastructure. They don't have no sewer issues. Because they got the money from oil to invest in infrastructure. Whereas what does India have? What is their number one natural resource? India, number one natural resource. Because that's what you got to look at in the world. What's their natural resource? Coal. So these ninjas got to sell coal. And coal is widely considered India's number one most significant natural resource, as it holds the fourth largest reserves and drives over 44% of the country's energy consumption. All right, so now they like, look, we got to sell all this fucking coal. And shit ain't gonna happen. So anyway, thank you for being here.